What up? Yeah, we're gonna double it. We're gonna double that song. What's up, everybody? It's Jason
and Bill
with another episode of Nothing's for No One, featuring returning guest Mr. Casanova Gabenstein here, joining us today. And I wanted to ask you guys, what do you guys think is the most expensive piece of clothing that Eddie owns?
Oh, Eddie?
Yeah.
No. Eddie doesn't spend money on clothes.
No?
No.
He probably has like an expensive vintage shirt that gained value.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
That I would
think
say,
that.
yeah.
That's like, that's my neck of the woods too. Maybe I have a
Right.
death metal shirt that somebody would pay $50 for.
I just got to say, as the guest, I feel like James Caan's son because no one's asking Scott Caan about his career. They just want to know about his dad.
Well,
So
I don't even
if
know who
anyone
Scott
has,
Caan is.
You ever see Gone 60 Seconds?
Yes.
Remember the built kid, the boxer kid that they
Yes.
describe him as?
can
That
drive anything with wheels and some things without wheels.
kid?
Oh,
I believe he's in the reboot for Miami Vice as well.
Not
right?
Miami Vice.
Really?
He's
What's the
in
show? It's a
Hawaii
show.
Five-0.
Hawaii Five-0. That's
That's right.
Same
Yeah, yeah.
shit, kind of.
So yeah, that's James Caan.
He's also in Oceans 11, 12, and 13.
Is he in the first
Yeah.
one?
He's the brother
Yeah, he's
of
like
Casey Affleck.
I
Oh.
thought they came in later, but yeah, you're probably right. I haven't seen those movies.
I really
in so
like
long.
I really like James Caan.
Yeah,
Well,
He's sick.
So it's like,
but you're right. Like I imagine he's definitely fielded those questions before.
the first
Yeah.
question out the gate
About Eddie.
is about Eddie,
Right.
which is fine.
You just said you loved it. You just
It's
said
fine. Yeah, no, it's terrific. It's not at all insulting.
Yeah, dude.
Well, we just feel like Nothing's for No One that Eddie Gobo just doesn't get enough of the limelight.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've
you know,
decided
he needs
that.
more.
I
needs
get
more.
it. You know, he's
This is
behind
really
the
a vehicle
scenes.
for him,
It is.
honestly.
That's what this show is started out.
It has become a vehicle for
yeah,
Eddie.
pretty much.
We just want the legend of Eddie to grow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What's the most expensive piece of clothing that you own?
Oh, okay.
You have that
There we
sick
go.
Cat
That's-
Williams
that's
fur
what I wanna
jacket, dude.
hear.
You got that awesome Cat
Now we're
Williams
getting to the real
jacket.
questions.
that's
Okay,
good.
yeah.
Yeah. And how much is it worth if you can disclose it? Unless you're
Oh, maybe my leather jacket.
Oh, yeah,
I paid a
probably.
fair amount
that's a
for
sweet
that.
fucking jacket.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's understandable because that's a leather jacket.
Yeah, those go
I
up.
got it in South Beach.
Wow.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
is that by like Lake Geneva,
No.
Wisconsin?
No.
It's next to South Haven.
It's near Battle Creek, Michigan.
Oh, okay.
You know,
yeah,
a
Cereal
bastion
City.
of art and erudite thinking.
Have you ever been to the Kellogg's factory there, dude?
I have not.
You should go sometime. Let's go together. And the Post Factory is there too. They call Battle
fun-
Creek Cereal City for a
Fun
reason.
fact.
I need you
the
to
singer
match
of,
less.
The singer
I
of
need you to
Nonpoint,
match less.
His father-in-law works for Kellogg.
Really?
Yeah, because he lives
At the
in Battle
factory?
Creek. Mhm.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We got a good friend of the Warforged guys, Drew Arizmendi. Shout out, Drew. You're the shit. He works for the Post Factory, and he lives in Battle Creek.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we stay with him every time we're in like
Nice.
Michigan.
Battle Creek's
pretty
cool
much.
area. I've been up there a
Yeah,
bunch.
I took a vacation when I was a kid there.
What the fuck is this? I've been there
You're
too.
listening now,
I'm
Gabe.
You can bring it.
No,
what
no,
do
no.
you guys say
I
about
was
Battle
just
Creek?
nothing. It's a fine village. I just was like making a dumb joke, and now we're talking.
Now we're talking about
like,
Battle Creek.
No,
Hey,
no,
this
no.
is what
happened.
Just
Personal
in
to
case,
share.
just anyone like, don't worry, we love you, Michigan. Battle Creek is beautiful. In fact, my dear friend's father works in this fine town. Like, it's cool. It's cool.
We're a positive show here, Gabe.
I know.
We're positive people.
You know what? It's my fault.
I've also heard that Battle Creek, Michigan is one of Eddie Gobo's favorite spots as well. He likes that.
Is
spot
it really?
I have no idea.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is about him, so it would make sense. Yeah, you know what? When I was a kid, you could get like a family picture taken and put on a cereal box. So there's somewhere in my belongings, there's a picture of my family on a box of cornflakes. But how sick would it be if Eddie got his picture on a box of like Frosted Flakes or something, man? Do you think that'd be a good idea? Or maybe Fruit Loops?
No, I feel like Fruit Loops is too on the nose. We need something like
Raisin
Sugar
Bran
Smacks.
Crunch,
Sugar Smash.
Something like
I like
that.
Sugar Smacks,
Kicks.
man.
You know, Kix is
What's
a little
that
too
guy's name?
serious.
That guy's name is like
He's
Smackum, the Sugar Smack Frog. His name is like
Something
Smackum
like
or
that, right?
something. Smackum.
Leslie Smackum.
No,
Leslie
what you
Smackum.
need, like, if you're gonna make Eddie into a cereal, is you need a cereal that's seemingly serious and well put together, but in fact is absolute shit for you.
Ooh.
You get it?
My knowledge of cereals, but yeah.
Because
Get it?
everyone's like, nice cardigan. Look at his short hair. Almost never has a mustache. Well, do you own property? But then you get to know him for
get through the layers.
25 years, and you're like, oh, okay.
I know what this is about.
Okay. No, it's good.
It's funny.
It's very legitimate.
Yeah.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So, hence the cereal analogy, like this, something that pretends to be good for you, like cornflakes.
Frosted Flakes.
Frosted Flakes. Cornflakes are Frosted Flakes are worse for you than
they
cornflakes.
should be good, but then because of the frosting,
they're frosted.
It's a fuck ton of sugar.
I like to think of something a little bit more insidious.
Okay.
Like Rice Krispie Treats cereal when
No,
that still
see,
existed?
it still says it's a treat. I'm talking about something where they're really just bullshitting you, like
Oreo cereal.
it's a health drink,
Oh.
but it's not a health drink, or like it's low fat,
like vitamin water. Like,
right? There you go.
That's a good one.
Yeah. So like whatever
Which they disclose, they're like, by the way, this is
like
not
that.
water.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
you're
so
an idiot
like-
for believing this. Yeah.
So the vitamin water of cereals is what Eddie Gobo is
Oh,
in my
that thing.
interpersonal relationship with him. Or should
The
we add like
vitamin water
another
of
thing to
cereals.
analogize vitamin water to say the X is the vitamin water of the cereal we can't name of the interpersonal relationship of Eddie Gobo?
Like
Should we do that? Am I
like the
losing
test.
you?
It's like
No,
the,
let's
losing
just keep adding
Jesus.
layers, man.
Started already. We're
Oh God,
8 minutes in, and
Yeah,
he's
8
yawning.
minutes in? Fuck
Gabe,
me.
you need to pick it up. All
I
right.
I
need
really
to
do,
pick
man.
it
I'm
up.
running at about
All
5
right.
hours of sleep
You
here,
know
so
what?
this needs to be entertaining and fast.
How many hours of sleep?
About 5.
About
Jesus
5. What
Christ.
were you
River.
doing?
It's been a rough week, man. I
Third
won't get
meal?
into it on here.
Third
no,
meal?
not third. Yeah,
What was
actually,
it?
technically, it was pretty much third meal, man.
I mean, fourth meal.
It was my third meal of the day. Well, I went to.
Oh, you mean dinner? Like,
No, I meant
you alien? Like, what the hell?
I was being
Ugh.
crude, like, oh, somebody was up all night. If you know what I mean.
Hey,
His gumad kept him up all night.
My fucking Gumal kept me up all fucking night.
so
Jesus Christ.
we
God,
won't
just
make
remind
you.
me.
Sorry, I keep
I
moving.
hate to do this, but you remind me of another Eddie Gobo thing.
What's that?
Why the fuck are we talking about this guy? God damn it. We're going to see him soon too, but
I'm not gonna
that's
see
true.
him soon.
you're lucky. No. He on our Something Is Waiting page, you know, I was always throwing jokes on there, but he mentioned the new Mortal Kombat movie and that the character Cabal was basically Andrew Dice Clay.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, that is on the fucking nose.
Yeah.
And I
Does
was
he like
that's
that
perfect.
movie?
Yeah.
Ugh,
Yeah, I wouldn't expect you to like it. Like
no, it's bad, man.
it's a video game. I don't understand this.
Wait,
Like,
are we talking?
Mortal Kombat movie? Have you watched it?
I saw it.
Okay.
I saw it like the Friday it came
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
or the next day or something.
Whenever,
like I
yeah.
forgot, and because I was in
Probably
the
doing a
room,
million other things. Yeah.
and then I got back home, and I was like, "Oh yeah,"
This is out. Yeah.
and I had quite a journey with the film.
Really?
Those first like 7 to 10 minutes
Right.
in
Okay.
Everybody
feudal
loved that.
Japan,
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
unbelievable.
With Scorpion
I'm a
and shit?
big Asia Japanophile.
Are you really?
I love
yeah.
Japan. Japan
Yeah,
is
you visit.
I
Japan
have
very
some stuff to
often,
talk to you
All
about
the
then.
time.
Can I share some stuff with you in a serious matter at some
Yes.
point on this show?
yes.
Okay.
It must in some way involve Eddie Gobo.
No, it doesn't. at all.
Then don't bring it up.
So the movie, it's
Anyway,
like
yeah.
that amazing. Wow. There's that, that actor, well-known.
Yeah.
He's
I
been in
can't
a
think
lot
his
of
name, but
stuff.
He's a great actor.
The guy that played
Great.
Scorpion?
Mhm.
Okay.
No, yeah, the guy who
But
does
even the
Scorpion.
guy that played Bihan Sub-Zero.
Oh,
shit.
You didn't have to clean it up for me, buddy. You could have just said
Red
Bihan.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Some of our listeners might not know.
That's
I don't
okay.
know.
I needed-
Some of
I
our
needed to
younger
clean up there for
listeners
sure.
might not
the kids
get
might
that.
not know.
All right.
It made me want to watch The Raid again because he's in that.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. Like that dude is so good. He was so good. He's such a great.
Played Raiden?
No,
played
The Raid.
Sub-Zero.
The movie
The
The
Raid.
Raid.
Oh,
The guy
guy's
who played
in a movie called The
Sub-Zero.
Raid.
Yeah.
He's like one of the cops that goes in. Like he's not the main guy, but he's like one of the guys that goes in.
I've never
It's
seen
so
The
good.
Raid.
So
I
here,
mean, do you like
Cop movies?
No, it's not a cop
like
movie. It's more
high
like,
action, Far
like
East.
kung fu, like fighting.
Oh, yeah.
like-
Yeah.
I don't
yeah.
mind
Then
shit
that
like
one's
that.
like I don't know how you haven't watched that then because like that's so good. Like,
Yeah.
the choreography is like phenomenal in that.
In that movie, The Raid?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I'll watch it. I don't know.
Really good. I'm blanking on the main guy's name.
Oh, I've never seen it. I'm aware of the films. I've seen clip. But anyway, so Mortal Kombat, and then they get past and you're like, fuck.
A lot of the budget went into that opener for sure.
It's not just
no
that.
that.
I mean, you see it and your expectations through the roof. And they're already lowered because you remember
you expect
the first movie, and then you're like, this is based on a fucking video game.
Are those really your expectations? Were those really your guys' expectations going into this movie, was thinking that it was going to suck like the first one?
No.
I
mean,
you thought
I didn't think it was going to suck. I was just like, it's not going to be amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
I don't understand why people are so upset. Like,
is it
why
a kids
isn't this
movie?
winning
No,
an
it's
Oscar?
rated R.
I mean, like, when I say kids movie, I mean for
like
some
teenagers,
dumb asshole who, like, their whole fucking life is like, my childhood, because Ghostbusters. And it's like some fucking cocksucker who's 37 years old.
Like bitching about it.
Yeah, and it's like, fuck you piece of shit. Get the fuck out of your basement. Stop getting,
get your
fucking shit together. Do something with your fucking life. Sorry.
Fair enough.
I'm not gonna.
You're scaring the little dog, Jill. Look at little Kane.
Look.
Getting worried.
The first 10 minutes of the movie are amazing. And so your expectations are raised. And then you just start listening to the dialogue and the interaction. And you're kind of like, why am I questioning if this is legit or not? Or if he's being sincere? And then you like meet Sonya Blade and you're like, if she's in the special forces, why is she so insecure about everything? And I watch movies for
Why is she in Gary, Indiana?
Yeah. I watch like the Avengers and Captain. I am all about it.
I think that shit is a lot better than this movie personally.
That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I mean,
it is a total fucking fantasy.
It's apples and oranges, though, man. Like, you can't compare those two.
What I'm getting at is they're both pure fiction.
Right.
That when you are a child or teenager, you get into, and I am a grown adult man with very fancy, important job business.
I drive a Dodge Stratus.
I drive a Dodge. And when I watch Captain America, I'm not like, well, that's obviously fake. Captain Red Skull isn't a real kid. That's not. I don't think that at all. I am 100% bought the fuck in. But I'm watching Mortal Kombat and that idea, like, I can't believe I'm thinking, like, how can someone in the special forces be this insecure about their place in the mission? Like, what? Why am I I shouldn't be thinking about
Eddie
that.
Said Cabal is like Andrew Dice Clay.
Oh my god!
But he doesn't even say suck cock once in the movie. He doesn't talk about
calls
sucking
him a piece
cock.
of shit and all that stuff. Like,
yeah, but so do I call people pieces of shit.
Like, his old demeanor is totally Andrew Dice Clay, which is so funny.
New Jersey, Long Island-y.
I was like not expecting that when he like started talking. I was like, all right.
Cabal was actually one of the only characters I thought was like cool in the movie too.
Really? I don't know. I
didn't like
them all.
a lot of them. Lizard. Why did they do
that?
That
Was like
that?
Reptile. That bummed me out.
That's
that really bummed me out.
Lizard's from Soul Calibur.
Lizard Man.
Yeah, Lizard Man.
Which is essentially what that guy was.
Yeah, it looked more like Lizard Man.
More like that.
That's because I was like, is that Lizard Man? And there's, you mean Reptile? I'm like
when he mentioned, he was like, send that. I was like, oh, Reptile. And I was like, that's not.
Yeah, it doesn't, because didn't Reptile, when I mean, okay, I will.
MK1 with the green, who's just a sub, like one of the triumvirate.
Yeah, wasn't he just a guy that wore like a suit, right?
He just looked like Sub-Zero.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
And in the later games, they made him look like a reptile, but he still wore the uniform,
he was still humanoid.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
He had more of like a lizard
but he
face.
wore like clothes and
shit.
That, right?
Yeah. He wasn't like a straight up lizard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I will preface by saying I am not a Mortal Kombat guy. I've never really been. I'm obviously way younger than you guys, and like
I don't know if you're way younger.
When the first 3 movies came out, when the first 3 movies came out, or the first 3 games came out, I wasn't even alive, I don't think. But
we're not doing this.
My back just went out.
I'm not doing this again. I'm not doing this. Like, get angry at Jason for his age.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm Gran Torino him right now.
Yeah, call me some Asian slurs, man.
I don't do that anymore.
Anymore.
Retired from that life.
Yeah. All right.
Best comedy ever. Yeah. But I don't know. I was funny because like initially, like people like on Facebook were like, "Oh, that was fun. I really enjoyed that." And then all of a sudden, it just started trickling into, "Oh, I didn't like that. It was a terrible movie." And then the people that were like, "Oh, I like the movie," were like backpedaling all of a sudden. Like,
really?
yeah, you know what? You're right. It was bad because I'm like, no. Own up to it. You enjoyed it. It was a fun film. Like, I don't understand. Like,
it's just
what
I even enjoyed it, but I didn't like it.
It's just assholes who don't have anything real going on. So they get like this. It's the same thing with people who are like, they're just so hot and bothered about stupid bullshit like politics and fucking bands and fucking video game movies and just like they ruined it or it's not good. How could you think that? And blah, 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 blah. Like, it's ridiculous. All that tells me when I hear someone get hot and bothered about something that they have little to nothing to do with is because they have no real focus or ambition or responsibility.
Yeah.
It's like,
that's fair.
You are some kind of fucking useless loser.
You're not on Facebook anymore, right?
No.
Yeah, good for you.
I've been gone since sometime last year.
Yeah, you would be very frustrated, man.
I did something stupid, and I thought that if you were a musician, that you had some kind of openness of spirit.
No.
And
big mistake.
Totally wrong. Totally wrong.
Mistake.
And I got into this cycle of like seeing idiots with like, who don't, just people who don't read, no education, who are hateful. Worst of all, it's one thing to be ignorant. I'm ignorant of many things.
Oh, of course.
But then I go and I say, okay, well, I can change my mind. But
of course,
this fucking thing of, people using catchphrases and sheeple and well, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I just got tired of that. And I had this moment of like, what is this adding to my life? Like, what am I getting out of this?
It's not much of a return on that.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, why do I have this? And I just got rid of it. And I still do the thing when I sit down at the computer occasionally where you start to type in like Facebook. And I'll stop. It doesn't happen that often, but I'll still do it. I'm like, Jesus, I really like Pavlovian myself or something like.
Dude, I go
or whatever.
My fingers go lambgoat.com every single time. Yeah, pretty much every time I go on the internet.
Nice.
First thing I check is either my email or lambgoat. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
that's funny.
I just find it interesting.
Great.
I mean, good that you're off of Facebook because what you
glad.
just described, it's like, that just, to me, that's at least a lot of what I see on there. People making baseless claims about whatever it happens to be.
Insane.
I mean, even if it's not something serious like the environment or I can't imagine what it is now with the vaccine, like what idiots like with no trait, but what I'm getting at is I just.
Hey, did you?
So happy. I can't imagine how fucked up it is right now. And anyway, whatever.
I wanted to ask you a quick question. Did you see Rings of Saturn got dropped from Nuclear Blast?
Yeah.
Why?
Because apparently Lucas Mann, their guitar player, was threatening them.
Threatening him with what exactly?
I have no idea.
Say, like,
I don't
the label
know yet.
sucks, and it's like, oh, cool. We all know labels.
Well, apparently
suck.
he was saying that he was going to throw them under the bus, or I think the rumor was that he was going to try and cancel somebody from the label.
Bullshit.
And they were, exactly. And they were basically like, he was demanding a bunch of shit from them, and then threatening them, and they were like, nope. And then they just nixed their contract.
That's another one of those like, fuck. Why am I reading these comments just to hear these idiots? They have no idea what's going on.
It's just wild though, because like now, I know their sound engineer made this post where he was just like, I can't work with this band anymore. He was like, going forward, I'm not going to be working with these guys. Yeah, because it's too much
sound
of a risk.
Engineer, like live sound engineer?
They're live touring sound engineer. Yeah, I know, he's a nice dude, and he does sound for a ton of bands. But he started like with them. He started doing it with them. He was the same guy that did sound for them.
When we saw him.
His name's Alex. Yeah, when we saw them at Beat Kitchen. Remember with the faceless and
they sounded
like
ass.
They sounded bad. Yeah, it didn't sound good.
It was rough, but I don't think that was on him.
No, I think it was just the band. He's done great sound. He that
was the show that renewed my faith in After the Burial. They sounded insanely good at that show.
I don't know if he did them or not.
Beat Kitchens never sound better. I don't think so.
He did Cryptopsy when they headlined Devastation on the Nation at The Wire, which
so he's
sounded
got
awesome.
Quite the resume.
Yeah, he's got a great resume.
And he didn't say anything specific as to why.
No, I just saw it on Twitter. He was just like, hey, just because of, he basically just said it's too much of a risk for him. He's like, he doesn't want to be associated with a guy that like
gets
so much hot water. Yeah.
I mean, it seems like every month it's
this
something.
guy they lost their contract because this guy threatened to cancel someone.
I don't know. I don't know.
Is it just boiled down to like, apparently this guy's an asshole?
Well, yeah. There's always some news coming out that always goes back to this guy being some sort of dickhead.
Yeah, like a pretentious type dude.
Shape or form.
He pulled a really big...
Oh, well, that makes it all okay.
It doesn't make it okay, but there's a level of expectation there where it's like we're not surprised by this.
Yeah.
You know, like it's
the
like,
thing
okay.
is, they're one of those talk about speed queens. They're one of those bands where it's like they've been accused that the guitar is even fake because they, the people say
Everything
that they
sounds
record
like MIDI.
Yeah, and they say that everything
it's
is sped up,
overproduced. Like music.
Dude,
I like it.
You might
That
listen to
makes
it and probably like
I
throw
don't-
up.
Yeah, I don't
like
think you would enjoy it. Very
I don't
much.
even really hang with it, man. It's not really for me. But I can see why you like it. And the album you like is like the most passable one to me too.
Which one?
The
was
second
it?
one, Dinger
Ginger,
or whatever.
whatever.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Dingir. They make up like all kinds of names for their albums. Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
go figure. We
Sounds-
shouldn't even be talking
wow.
about it. We're giving it too much time of day here. But
I
like,
know.
Sounds like
I was just
horseshit.
curious if you saw that.
Yeah, well, I definitely saw it, and like somebody mentioned that Nuclear Blast even hasn't really said anything.
They put out a statement.
they finally put
were
out a statement?
yeah, they were just
Okay.
like, hey, we're not going to take these baseless claims from this dude anymore. We're sorry, but their contract is gone.
I wish they had not said they're sorry and just like we canceled.
Fuck these
Yeah,
guys.
fuck
No,
these
I
guys.
don't think they
Yeah.
said they're sorry. I mean, I'm just saying.
yeah.
Okay.
I didn't think that
I'm
was a direct quote.
I'm paraphrasing very badly. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just I don't know. There's a lot of speculation that goes behind it. Like people brought up, like, well, good for him because like labels tend to fuck people. It's like, well, maybe, but who knows? Like,
Yeah, and that guy.
and plus, right now is like it's a shit time to be in a band and own a label and like the music industry was fucked before COVID and now it's just completely shot.
Yeah.
You know, so who knows what the fuck's going on with that? Like, who knows who's right, who's wrong?
Couldn't
Maybe they're
care
both
less.
wrong. Yeah, I don't blame them.
Don't give a flying fuck. Asshole taste medicine. Tough. Don't care.
Somebody had a
Sorry.
good point that
No, actually,
Nuclear Blast
yeah.
being a label for as long as they have
Mhm.
probably is more in the right.
Oh, big time.
You know, which makes sense if you look at it that way.
Yeah,
for sure.
they're way more in the
Yeah.
right. I would say so.
You don't hear too much bad shit about Nuclear Blast.
never,
do you?
never,
Right? Yeah.
never. And their bands are like pretty
Well taken care of.
yeah,
Yeah. See, that's
definitely.
why. And then, like I said, Lucas Mann, the guy from Rings of Saturn, tends to have a reputation for being a
Being
bit
a
of an
shithead,
asshole.
yeah.
So I don't know. It's weird to see people try to defend that guy.
Yeah. That sucks. I wonder if they're gonna get scooped up. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they get
Somebody will
scooped up
pick
by
them up.
somebody else, or if they
Yeah.
just end up doing their own shit again.
Controversy or not, they're on the map, and people know
Yeah.
who they are because of that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you're gonna be making some money from them no matter what.
Yeah, man.
I don't know why they don't just do it like a DIY thing. Like
I don't know either. I have no idea either.
it can't be that hard to.
I mean, they might. I
Produce
wouldn't
that
see
stuff.
why they wouldn't do that going forward. Because I mean, they're like such a machine with
Yeah.
money, probably.
I mean, it's all the one guy.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Like you look at their merch store and it's like, Jesus Christ, like this is not cheap shit to make, and they have a lot of it.
Really?
And yeah,
Probably
they
know somebody.
they sell like they got an indie merch store like us, but they sell like all kinds of crazy ass merch. And it's always they're good. They do well. That band.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
Money to be made.
Yeah. Anyway.
What else? What
Well,
were you going to ask him? You mentioned Japan. You had like a serious question.
Oh yeah. Okay. So you're into Japanese culture.
Yes.
Okay. How far? So I am.
This isn't a deposition.
I've been reading
Yes.
these. I've been reading these like Japanese comics. It's called manga.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure you know.
I've
Dabbled. Have you ever dabbled?
I like that you
I have
said
not.
it to him like he was a child. Like,
Yeah. I'm
manga.
mansplaining
Yeah, manga.
right
You
now.
are really good
Yeah.
at that. Yeah.
No, it's
Um,
okay. Sorry. Go,
so,
go, do it.
As
Fire
I
away.
mansplain. Anyway, my girlfriend got me really into this author called Junji Ito is his name, and he writes these horror mangas, and they're really fucking good and
Cool.
weird as fuck. And I've been like on a huge kick, like reading everything I can by him.
Is it
Oh,
in
nice. That's
color
fun.
or black
some
and
of it
white?
is in color, but most of it's in black and white.
And
most
is
of that
it,
stuff
it's
is-
very gory.
Yes and no. Some of it is gory. Some of it is also just weird and creepy, or not really like super gore oriented. But some is very strange. Like there's a story. I'll give a brief recap on it. It's called Greased, and the story is about a family that owns a restaurant, like a Chinese or a Japanese restaurant. And
That already feels a little of what's it called? Greased?
Greased, yeah. And I think it's called
Okay.
It's called Grease or
Yeah, I
Greased,
see what
and
you're
it's
doing.
basically about like how this family lives above the
Danny
restaurant.
Zuko and
I'm thinking like the greasy Chinese food restaurant is where my
a lot
head's
of duck.
going.
Lot
So
of
this
duck.
family lives
Sorry.
above
They
the
live
restaurant.
above the restaurant, and all the grease ends up like seeping through the floors upstairs, and it ends up causing like all this weird shit where they're constantly hot and humid all the time. And the family is like a father, a daughter, and a son, and the son ends up just like going crazy and like starts like loving the grease, like where he's like he goes downstairs and starts stealing bottles of these like food oil, like cooking oil, and he just drinks it like straight up, and he ends up growing like all these pimples on his face, and then sure enough, like his face is covered in zits, and like there's like a picture in the actual comic where he's like hovering over his sister, torturing her by like squishing all the zits from his face, and they're just like pouring down on her. Dude, it's like fucking like weird stuff.
It's really bizarre.
Yeah, it's a really good story though. I recommend checking it out. It's really cool. It's just interesting, and the illustration is just like
It does
insane.
sound better than the John Travolta movie.
Yeah, and I just
And
finished
Olivia
one of his
Newton-John.
books this morning, actually, called Tommy, and it's about like this woman who spontaneously regenerates. So every time she's killed, her body grows back, but it's
Oh.
always in weird, fucked up ways.
Like Doomsday.
Yeah, like essentially, there was one where
Like
this
Doomsday.
dude essentially cut up her head, like her face a bunch, and her face just started sprouting these different tumors that ended up becoming like clones of her. It's just,
Jesus, I've been there.
yeah, you know, but you know
So
what I mean.
angry.
It's
We've
not
all
like
had that
So
weekend.
angry.
We've all had that weekend.
You know, just too many times.
it's just really I don't know. I've been really getting a kick out of it, and if you're into that stuff, I think you should check it out.
You know,
'cause
I
they
don't
do a
like
lot of-
body horror.
Okay,
That's
I
not my
love
thing.
body horror.
I
Yeah, that's the shit that always fucks
can
me up.
sometimes see the imagery and
Sure.
appreciate it on one level or another, like whether it's visceral or technical.
Does it
but
freak you out at all?
yeah, it does. And
Okay.
I don't go for that kind of thing. But I do have a healthy appreciation for
Uh-huh.
the body mod stuff that is very popular in Japanese media, in like comics and in their artwork. I was
Yeah.
in this small town whenever other time I was there. I've been there like a dozen times or more. And on one of the trips, we were in this small village thing that was kind of it was play acting. Like it was a feudal, like medieval timesy kind of thing.
Oh, cool.
But it was massive. It was fucking massive. And it was the actual town, but there were certain zones of it where people were basically cosplaying.
Mhm.
It was pretty, it was
Whoa.
very cool.
it's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
cool.
So, and I went into this one guy's shop, and it seems, you know, there's so much shit going on that you don't really notice things. You know, you first walk into a room and you're just like, it's so loud. And then the
Yeah.
more you're here, I start noticing, oh, there's that little mask, there's that box, there's that
Sure.
bin, those drums, the paper towels, allegedly.
Drums and paper
And
towels.
so, like, I see all these masks and foreign symbologies,
Yeah.
and then you start to focus in, and it's like, is that a wiener? That looks like a vagina, but it's mixed in with a face and a body, and then you start to see, and it was like that, like all these like very hyper-sexualized organs and figures mixed in with traditional imagery. And I'm not talking about like Dream of the Fisherman's Wife, where it's very clearly an octopus eating a woman's pussy. It's like, this is a face mask, and then you start seeing these kind of familiar
Dream
veins.
of the Fisherman's Wife. What? Excuse me?
Have you not heard of that?
No.
Are you fucking kidding
An
me?
octopus
In
eating out
his
of
defense,
vagina.
I have not heard that.
Is that
either.
a video?
No.
Is that on YouTube? They
Why
got
don't,
that
you,
on
why don't you
YouTube?
rail him? Why don't you rail him
I'm
about
going,
it, huh?
I am.
Go ahead.
I am. All right. It's a print. I want to say
Like a painting?
It's
a
not
photo?
a painting or a photo. It's an actual. So I didn't study art history, but the little and nothing that I recall is that printmaking, like woodblock printmaking, is
Oh,
very
yeah.
popular in
Oh.
Japan, or
Mhm.
it had a time when it was extremely popular.
Okay.
And I believe that's what this is. It's a very
Okay.
famous print, and of course, it's been reproduced
the
100
Dream
million
of
times.
the Fisherman's Wife.
Dream of the Fisherman's Wife. Yeah, look it up.
wanna see
It'll
what it
blow
looks
your
like.
fucking mind. It's really provocative, of course. Like, and I want to say it's like 400 years old,
Okay.
if not more. So just
Hmm.
take a look, and then
I'm opening it right now.
Yeah. So anyway, while I
Oh,
don't.
Yes, I know what you're talking
Okay,
about.
yeah, so there you go.
yeah. Wow. Yeah. Holy
How
fuck.
old is it?
He's all up in there.
Yeah, and there's like a couple of
Um,
little ones too, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
chilling too.
It's
One of them is,
amazing.
like fucking like making out with her. Damn. Sick
Yeah.
Dream. It is from the year 1814 by the artist Hokusai
So 300 years.
Akatsushika.
307
Hokusai.
years to be exact.
Yeah. Well, he's done a lot of infamous Japanese paintings that I've
So
seen.
what I'm getting
Very
at
cool.
is I'm very aware of all this madness. It's very cool. It's very
cool,
provocative.
Right?
But in general, I don't seek it out.
Okay. Can I tell you?
Because that kind of, it's like squibs me out, man.
I hear you. Can I tell you a story? Because I fucking hate body horror too.
Yeah.
Fucks me up.
Deal me in.
You might have heard this. This has been told on this show before. Bill's heard it, but he'll still laugh.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've ever heard it, but
I don't really listen to the show.
have you ever heard of Have you ever heard of the book series? It's like a children's book series. It's called Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Have you ever heard of it?
I have.
Okay. Have you read them?
I do not recall.
Okay. So there was a movie made within the last couple of years of this, and the movie is horrible. I don't recommend seeing it, but there's a scene in the movie, a very particular body horror scene, where this kid ends up turning into like a scarecrow. And the first time I saw it, I was baked out of my mind. And like my girlfriend, I was watching it with Sam. You've heard this. And like we were watching it, I was house sitting at a friend's house. And
when did this happen?
Over the summer. No, last fall.
Okay, because the story, the way you're telling it makes me think, like after you said girlfriend, I was waiting for at the time.
Oh, no.
That's what it sounded like for a second. I was like, was it that long ago?
Yeah, no, this was last year. Yeah, this was just last year. And we were watching it, and we were
Your
both
consort.
We were both pretty under the influence at the moment. And I was so we're watching this, and like the kid like gets stabbed by the scarecrow that comes to life, and I thought the kid was just gonna die, but he ends up walking away, and then all of a sudden he starts coughing up like straw, and then it starts coming out of his eyes and his ears, and it's like burst, and like I'm like, I can't watch it because I'm so freaked out that I have like my ears. And then Sam is sitting next to me and she's like, oh my God, it's coming out of his mouth. Like, oh, it's coming out of his ears. And I'm like, Sam, stop. Like, you're making it worse. I was just not in it, dude. And that movie's so bad, but that scene is like it fucks me up. It's on YouTube.
I watched it and I don't remember anything from that movie.
You don't remember that scene?
I completely just.
Oh, yeah, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's such a bad movie.
They
should never have fucked with it. They should have just left it to the books.
If done well, that could have been a fun movie. But
if they did like an anthology, like if it was like a creep show movie where it was like everything was segmented.
Basically like a bastardized version of the Goosebumps movie, which was not good either.
I have not seen that. I won't see that.
I think there's two of them.
I know, with Jack Black, dude.
Yeah.
No idea.
I don't know why I looked at you. I was like, yeah, you look like you'd watch a Goosebumps movie.
I mean, I definitely read a handful of those books when I was a kid.
What's your favorite Goosebumps book? Did you read any of the Choose Your Own Adventure ones?
I had a bunch of those.
I did too. Those were my favorites.
I barely fucking remember. I know I read a handful of them. I remember reading one about a camera.
Oh,
Am I saying that right?
Yes.
Camera?
Camera, yeah, I believe
the right
so.
Pronunciation?
Yeah.
Camera, yeah.
30 Rock ref. Blammo.
Okay. Not watch that.
Yeah, don't watch that show. Sorry, man.
Into a Julia Louis-Dreyfus reference saying blammo.
Yeah.
That's the only book I remember reading. I think I read the one with a dummy on the cover, but really don't fucking remember. And the thing that piqued my interest in your story is you referred to Sam as your girlfriend, and it's fine. I'm not like talking about the relationship. I'm saying like the word choice. Like word choice is something I'm always very interested in.
Oh.
There's nothing wrong with it. What I'm saying is like when I'm out on a date with some girl and you know that situation where you run into a buddy and they're like, who's this?
Oh, yeah.
And you can't say like, oh, this is the person I hope to be sleeping with later. Or, and you can't say like, oh, this is my friend, because if you say that to the girl you're on a date with, it's bad. So it's like, what do you say?
You introduce them by name. Duh. Are you kidding me?
Boring.
What if you don't know their name?
This is
What if you don't know your name, then you shouldn't be there? Oh, hi, this is Rebecca.
No.
Rebecca, this is my good friend Gabe
Come
Zunino.
on.
It's good to meet you, Gabe.
Jason,
Gabe,
you're
this
killing
is Rebecca.
me.
Rebecca and Gabe.
No. This is so.
I don't know who Rebecca is. But
I like saying
I'm your
like
fictitious friend that's dating a
companion.
woman named Rebecca.
Companion. This is my companion.
Yeah.
My companion for the evening.
Well, everybody likes to say partner now, you know?
That's ridiculous.
Gender neutral,
That
I
is
think, are the...
ridiculous.
Isn't
That
it the
is
gender
so
neutral
fucking
term?
unoriginal. So unoriginal. I learned about that term
Yeah, I'm
in
not
the
a fan either,
late
but-
80s or 90s from my uncle because he's gay.
This is
So
my
I'm
part,
like,
yeah.
I get it. I've been in that world forever since I was literally a baby.
Okay.
And then in the 90s, it got really popular. Like,
to
as
be
a way,
gay or to like
no, to
call
like
somebody your partner?
to like say, because there's something a little juvenile about saying like boyfriend, girlfriend that even I feel sometimes.
Why?
It's a little.
Because it's like, it's my
I
girlfriend.
feel like you're in high school. Like, yeah.
This
This coming from two guys that don't have girlfriends.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay,
That's
all right, guys.
Hey, I'm not talking about like the relationship. I'm just saying word
all right,
choice,
Gabe.
like consort, companion,
I like companion.
companion. Just try it on for size.
Mainly because like
This is
that's
my
what they
co-
usually refer to. Like,
This is my
Chewbacca.
companion.
Like,
This is my consort.
Chewbacca.
It's
Very
Han Solo's companion.
Yeah, you know.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, imagine your girlfriend says that, like, why did you call me your companion? Oh, but that's what Han Solo calls Chewie.
I would do that.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, put you right in the dog.
You're my
house,
Chewbacca.
boy.
This is great.
You're the Chewbacca to my Han
But if you act
Solo.
like shit, you're gonna be the weird little like tiny Asian guy with the huge head.
Oh, ew.
Oh,
The one that-
blah blah blah
yeah,
blah.
yeah. I still don't know that fucking character's name. I've heard it a bunch and I can never remember.
Oh my god, he's got like a funny little mustache thing going.
It's Lando's buddy, which
Blah, blah,
Lando's
blah.
wearing Han Solo's clothes.
Oh, that little dude?
Yeah, the little
Yeah,
guy.
that guy's awesome.
I always tell
forget
people, I
his
was
name.
like, if you keep this shit up, you're no longer Chewbacca. You're that little guy.
That guy rules. I forget
That
his
guy's
name.
awesome. Yeah, I don't know. I always forget
He's
what
the
his
best
name
guy
is.
in that whole fucking franchise, in my opinion. But yeah, anyway, no, I'm gonna call Sam my girlfriend because
No, it's fine. I'm not talking. I'm just saying like word choice. Like I use the term too when I'm in relationships, but it's fun. It's like a little game. Like, oh, this is my companion.
Well, Gabe, I don't like to play little games with my relationships, so don't know what to tell you here.
Fair enough.
Oh, Mr. Stable over here, open and secure.
Not at all, but yeah, I wish. It's a facade.
All a lie.
Maybe I'll try it, man. Sounds like a fun party trick. Do you know any cool party tricks? I feel like you would
That's
you know what would be sick,
The
dude?
name of my autobiography.
It'd be sick if you knew how to make
Party
like
tricks.
balloon animals, dude. I
No.
wish you knew how to make balloon
Fuck
animals.
that.
Why fuck that?
Or
No.
bar tricks. You know any good bar tricks?
I know how to play pool.
No, but I mean like you're like the betting games.
No, I'm not that kind of guy.
All right, but back to
No.
balloon
That seems
animals.
like a good in for you to like.
No, fuck that.
Come
Like,
on.
it's like bad enough that I have
You could
these
sell a
fucking
joke like
face
that.
pants and long hair and already dressed like some kind of
Did you just say
illusionist.
face pants?
Yeah, man.
Face pants?
Yeah,
What are you,
pants for your face. Mustache.
it's pants?
Face pants.
Face
They
pants.
look like pants when you grow them like this.
I think it looks like the sleeves of a t-shirt
You
or a
look,
long
you
sleeve
look like
shirt.
Yosemite Sam sitting on your face.
you could say that too. Whatever. I say face pants.
Oh, okay.
It's just
Okay.
something I
I've never heard
coined.
it, yeah.
Like,
We're just
never
talking
heard
about
it.
word choice over here, Jason.
Yeah,
Come
that
on.
is true.
I
I'm trying to connect the dots here, guys. You know, I'm just trying to follow along. You guys
I
have
feel
more
like you're
advanced-
leading.
you
I
g-
feel like you are leading, frankly. I feel like I'm learning from you.
Well, Gabe, I mean, if we're being honest here, there has to be some type of learning taken out of an experience like this. Like, have you ever seen this before? Have you ever seen this before?
What is that?
Some toy Alex bought at
It looks like one
somewhere.
Of the, eyes
Is it one of
from,
those things that
Freak-
you squeeze and it like?
Yeah, I think you can.
Does it stick to stuff?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You remember the little hands you get?
Yeah,
The-
the sticky
what's it
hands. Did you remember the gooey eyeballs? Those were my favorite.
No, I don't remember those.
I used to get those at Costco a long time ago. Or no, Omni. Remember Omni Mart or Omni Superstore, Omni Supercenter or something like that?
Nope.
No.
My parents would know.
Now
No,
that
I
I've
never heard of that.
finally seen South Park in its entirety,
What do you mean?
like I'd never. I mean,
show
like
or
Currently,
I've
you're
seen.
currently caught up with South Park?
So like when I was whatever age that show came out in 20s or something, I saw most of the first season and then that was the end of it. And then I saw
really?
the movie
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
and I never kept up with it. And
The show's been existing for a long time since
Right,
that movie.
and
I was a child.
running,
I was a
yeah.
little kid when that movie came out. I swear to God.
Yeah, I think I was in high school when the show came out.
yeah,
Right?
something like that. I don't
Probably,
remember.
yeah.
But
you were in high school already?
I think so.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't want to tell you how old I was.
I'll get one more gray in my beard. Don't do it.
But so I had been catching up with the show because all the
Okay.
bars are closed and I hate going out and having to wear a mask. I wear a mask. I've got my first shot. This isn't.
Oh, nice.
It's not real.
Which one did
I'm
you
just
get?
saying.
All hoax.
Did you get the Pfizer?
I can't remember. They're like,
What?
which one do you want? I was like, I don't give a
Oh, you
fuck.
had a choice?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Where did you go? Where did you go? You tell us, Gabe.
I went somewhere.
Where? Where did you go? You tell your
vaccine.
parents.
Like, you just
I didn't get it,
put
okay?
this back alley. This guy said he had a shot.
Listen, it was a liquor
It
store.
was weird. I blacked out for maybe 7 hours, but it's not a big deal, guys. It's not a big
Everyone,
deal.
they say you have pain in your side from the stitches,
Yeah, that's true.
right?
Yeah.
Is that it?
I'm
Yeah.
like 3 pounds later after.
Yeah, I don't remember. I really don't remember.
That's fair.
I mean, all I remember saying to the pharmacist was, I don't care. If you have Johnson & Johnson, I'll take that. Because I don't think I'll be the 9th
Isn't
woman
the one that-
out of 8 million to develop a blood clot.
Right.
Are you sure though?
Well, I know I'm not a woman.
Well, that's
and
good.
it's pretty much only
It's only
affecting
been
women.
in, like,
Yeah,
their 30s, right? Is
yeah.
that what it was?
I can't speak to the age, but it was.
I thought it was like
The number has grown slightly, but the last thing that I read, and since we're citing our fucking sources, it was in the New York fucking Times.
you know,
Oh.
that's not reputable because they're
Right.
you know who they're owned by, right?
Yeah,
You know who they're
yeah.
owned by.
Ooh, Donald Trump?
I don't know, but that's what fucking. The other day, I was thinking to myself, I was like, you know how like all these fringe websites that people get their information from? I was like, that essentially is this generation's schizophrenic homeless guy with like the cardboard signs, like the government is after me, the world is ending. But now they're listening to that guy,
Yeah.
and that's what that website is.
Well, because
It's
like
just
when
that.
you
Like-
frame it with just a modicum of sleek, internet framework
Oh yeah, yeah.
or a website, it's like, oh, this is legitimate.
Well, it's easy.
Modicum. I've never heard that word.
This is why I wish we had
Modicum?
sponsors, because right now it could be
Modicum.
like Squarespace, where you can make. So if you have a crazy idea, use Squarespace. Just
So if
drop
you
our
Use our
name.
built-in
If you-
tools.
So if you were, let's say, if you're whacking it, you're whacking yourself off, and you jizz a little bit, would it be a modicum? Because it's a small quantity of a particular thing.
It would be a modicum of cum.
Yeah, modicum of cum.
Yeah.
So, Bill,
All right.
how's your
Go back to the kids' table.
how's your 401k doing?
doing great?
Is it good?
You guys have four? Do you have a four? Yeah, dude. You probably got everything, man.
I do.
You're
I
like
got
Bruce
everything.
Wayne, dude.
Fuck you.
You're fucking
motherfucker.
You are very Bruce
Don't
Wayne.
you wash my ass for me, you motherfucker.
Living in a little bat cave. Dude, I
Alone
know.
with no girlfriend.
Yeah, duh. Alone, no girlfriend. You use the fucking
Everyone
what's that
you've
bar you
dated
like?
has died.
Continental. That's like your little hideout.
Look at this. Somebody's like
You're
on
giving
the
away all his
offensive.
spot. Yeah.
Someone's on the offensive.
Going out swinging,
He's not
Mike.
taking
Yeah.
any shit
Uh-oh.
today.
I came
The
in here
little
with,
boy's
I came
growing
in
up.
with
It's
my
all
big
good.
guns.
It's all good. I love it.
I got so little sleep, and I was like, "Fuck, they're just gonna rail me today." So I was like, I really gotta get on my A game here.
You
So-
want me to? Are you sure you want to stir me from my slumber? I'm like on neutral right now, just cruising down the hill.
All right,
you guys are doing the heavy lifting. I love it. You got to test
good,
your mic.
yeah, that's good.
good.
You're the guest, man. You know we're here.
I'm
to
the
entertain
guest.
You.
I feel like I'm the middle of this Eiffel Tower and I'm getting fucked both ways.
Whoa.
Jesus Christ.
Hey.
I love it though.
Yeah,
It's
well,
great.
you know what, man?
Fire
Sometimes we
away.
like a little menage a trois here at Nothing's for No One.
I'll say.
Yeah, you know. All right, so Bruce Wayne Jr., Senior, Junior, Bruce's dad. What was his name? John Wayne Gacy.
Thomas Wayne.
Thomas
yeah.
Wayne. Yes. Okay.
And Martha.
Martha.
I don't think that's right.
Yeah, Martha Wayne. No, that's right. Martha
Don't
Stewart
forget the
Wayne.
pearls.
Yes. Yes.
You know.
So any other shots you want to take?
Not
Let's
yet.
do it.
Not yet. We'll get there.
Come on, kill me.
Where we at?
I'm right here. Do it.
I just watched Predator yesterday because of
Fucking
rewatchables.
rewatchables,
Yep.
man.
I want them
Unbelievable.
to do another episode of the Predator.
What's
I just want them to
rewatchable?
talk
Can
more
we get
about it.
Sean Fennessy on it?
Oh.
I know he's like highfalutin intellectual,
He
but
has
he
to
is
like that. There's no way he
Unbelievable.
couldn't say something great about it.
So here's my new thing in the
well,
car.
Rewatchables is another podcast with Bill Simmons and a bunch of people, and they just talk movies.
Simmons.
Not in an overly intellectual
Like
way.
Russell
Yeah.
Simmons?
No,
Of
Bill
Def Jam?
Simmons, like the sports commentator,
Oh.
Yeah,
right?
pop culture.
Pop culture. Yeah. But
Yeah,
mostly
he doesn't
sports,
really
though,
write
right?
anymore.
No.
That's like the joke.
Is
He
that-
doesn't write anymore. Anyway, So the new thing, because I'm tired of music and I'm kind of sick of podcasts, is to just put clips of movies on my YouTube and then just listen to them while I drive.
That's awesome.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I've done that, man.
I like that.
It's so great because I've seen Predator 100 billion times because I'm a child of the 80s. Arnold Schwarzenegger is one of my idols, like childhood idols. It's like, yeah, I should start lifting weights. Like, that is the whole
You need to
reason.
move to
And
another
become a
country,
governor, man.
become
Amazing.
some sort of elected official.
Yeah.
Marry into royalty.
But
Play some type of barbarian-esque
fucking
character in a movie.
Predator. I was like literally listening to the opening of the movie.
Really?
Fuck yeah.
It's good to see you, Dutch. It's been a long time, General.
Dylan, son of a bitch.
Dude, when I used to work at the bakery. When I used to work at the bakery,
Wait,
I would do
hold
that all the time.
on. No. Cable that story. Dylan, you son of a bitch. They start arm wrestling each other. Fuck the meme.
Standing arm wrestling.
Their biceps are exploding because they are fucking granite carved
Just greased up, dude.
tanks. And then Dylan, played by Carl Weathers, who also was Apollo Creed in the Rocky series,
Yeah, right before
starts
that.
losing the arm wrestling. And Dutch, Arnold Schwarzenegger, says, "What's
First
the matter,
or last name,
Dylan?
we don't know.
CIA got you pushing too many pencils?" Dylan, who may be losing, but he's not giving up. He's like, "Make it easy on yourself, Dutch." And he's clearly losing.
Yeah.
And then he's finally like, "You son of a bitch." And they like hug it out. He's like, "You never did know when to quit, did you?" And the thing that like leads into that, when Dutch is in the room with the general looking at the map, and then he's like, Dutch says, "Why didn't you just call the regular army?" And then from the end of the room entering, I don't care if you guys already know what I'm talking about. I'm saying it for myself.
Okay.
I don't care if the listeners are like, "Yeah, Gabe, we've seen Predator." Fuck right off. I love this movie. Amazing. Carl Weathers, all the way in the back. Dylan says, "'Cause some damn fool accused you of being the best." Like, out of the fucking park. Amazing. That is a fucking character intro. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Good writing, man. Good writing.
Other topics that I'm interested in discussing passionately.
The Predator.
Drumming,
The
80s
Predator.
action films, people's shitty game at picking up ladies, literature. Yeah, I think that about covers it.
Cool.
Fair enough.
Did you ever play that really, really, really bad Predator game for the OG Xbox at PS2, or for PS2? It was called Predator Concrete Jungle.
Nope.
No.
I played it because
Yeah.
I thought Predator was so sick when I was younger, like especially like AVP
Past tense?
when that was coming out. Yeah, when I
Wait
was
a
younger.
minute. It's still sick.
Oh yeah, I still
Okay.
think Predator is cool. I
Yeah.
still think Predator's cool.
Okay.
But like
All
this
right.
was
Good,
when
we
I'm
got
talking
that
about
out of
the
the way.
era when I was like in
Height of.
I was in middle
yeah.
school and AVP came out and it was like, whoa, this is a cool thing. I'm a
God
child and
damn
two
it.
monsters fighting each other is
Fucking
sick.
disappointment.
Yeah,
I
horrible
still,
movie.
I'll watch that movie.
I'll watch
I
it
mean,
too, but
I'll
it's not
like
good.
watch scenes like
I've also
when they're
not seen the
showing.
second one either. But that game, Concrete Jungle, dude, is literally probably one of the worst games I've ever played.
Is it based off the second Predator?
No, it's not based off of any Predator movie. That's the thing that sucks about it. It's just you are the Predator, but you're in like New York City doing shit. And it's like, what is this? Like
That sounds like the premise to Predator 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Which
That's why-
also much
I don't think
maligned. Much maligned. I didn't like that.
You didn't like Predator 2?
No,
Or that
I
they
didn't-
talk shit about it?
Yeah. So
I was a little.
this is
like,
the reaction
yeah.
show to the podcast.
to another podcast. Yeah. I was a little bummed by that too. That they kind
I
of like
can't believe they.
talked down on it.
I
was
know.
like, really? I was like,
Danny Glover looked like he was a fucking brick shithouse in that
too
movie.
old for this shit.
He did
he
not
was,
look
he
like.
did
was
not
not
look
too old for
yeah,
that shit.
he looked like
yeah,
he
it
was
great.
like thick, strong.
He looked like a
Bless you.
giant in that too.
He
Like,
Thanks, man.
He
yeah.
looked like he was 6'5".
yeah.
Ever
I
seen
know
him in
he's
Saw?
not.
Right.
No, I don't like that
That's not what
torture
it-
porn
yeah.
shit. But like part 2, all the different kind of weapons.
Yeah. Like,
Amazing. Fucking Gary Busey and fucking Bill's that show. They're like obsessed with. I mean, it's just
I'm
the
very
Gary
surprised
Busey,
that,
the heir apparent to what's the guy from 48 Hours?
Oh, Nick
Nolte.
Nolte. Yeah, Nick Nolte.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Right?
Yeah.
And he's in it, and there's like the heat. I couldn't believe it. Like, unfucking believable. They're in the meat locker. We outsmarted the Predator. We outsmarted, and we're in the movies like, fuck. This isn't gonna, what's he gonna do?
Right.
Like, we're suddenly rooting for the fucking Predator. And then he just cycles through the different visions. Have you not seen Predator 2?
Once, but I was super young. I was very young.
Oh my God.
The one I've seen the most is the first one. And I honestly, I don't think I've seen any of the Predator movies after the second one, like the newer-ish ones.
Fine.
Because there's
newest
2 of
one
them,
is
right?
Pretty rough.
How many
Predators is good.
Predator movies are there total?
There's
4?
2 more.
Just-
So there's 4 total.
Just
Four
watch the
first.
first 2.
Okay, because I have
Predators isn't bad. The Adrian Brody one.
yeah, I
It's
have
not
not seen
horrible.
that. I
That's
have
right.
not seen that.
The follow-up is almost good until like the end.
It's like
Okay.
it's
You know what? I
look,
watched
it's
again
not
recently
Michael
that I
Jordan
liked?
on the cover of Sports Illustrated, like striking the fuck out. But it's not much better.
You know what sucks
Oh.
is that Shane Black wrote that 4th one.
Really?
Yeah,
who
which
I
bums
didn't
me
even-
the fuck
What
out.
else has he done?
The other guys.
Lethal Weapon?
Lethal
The
Weapon.
other
Lethal
guys. Is that the
fucking
one with
weapon.
is other guys with Russell Crowe?
Russell Crowe and
I love that movie.
that's
That was a
great
good
movie.
one. Yeah.
Great movie.
You know what I watched
Wait.
that I liked again?
Oh.
Oh fuck, what movie was it?
Hmm.
Prometheus. I really like that movie.
Oh.
Man.
I
It
really,
gets so much
I like
shit.
that movie
It's
a lot.
awesome,
Yeah.
dude. It's great.
That sequel is terrible
That-
though. That
Alien
sequel's
Covenant.
terrible.
Yeah, that movie sucked
sucked.
ass.
It's
But
such a
I thought
disappointment.
Prometheus was a lot of fun.
I like
man.
that. I like the idea of them expanding on the lore, like
Me
aliens
too.
and stuff.
It was really cool.
Because as a kid
It
that
could have
watched
been
Aliens,
cool.
I was like, "What the fuck is that guy
Yes.
in that thing?"
Yes,
I want
yes,
to know.
yes,
And
dude,
so
so
they
sick.
did to some degree explain
Yeah,
some of it.
I
but-
think that movie was cool, especially like the
You really
abortion
didn't like it, huh?
scene. You didn't think that
Dude,
abortion scene was
that
dope
medic
as fuck?
scene is
Yeah, it's awesome.
intense.
I don't that scene in and of itself is intense. It's well done. Blah blah blah.
I like.
I resent the
Naomi,
movie.
or Numi
What?
Rapace or whatever.
Numi.
I
Is
don't
that
know
her
how-
name? The
Yeah,
actress?
There's
yeah,
two.
Numi Rapace. I
Yeah,
believe, or I
some
don't know how to
such
pronounce that.
thing. I don't
Probably
know.
destroying that name, but she's awesome. She's a great actress. I like her.
I just look. I'm interested in the lore of aliens as well.
Hmm.
I also saw it and was like, who is this giant fucking person
the
that came
engineers,
out of
man.
the mind of H.R. Giger? This is amazing. Wow, this looks like it's going to be cool. And then the movie just turns into a fucking retread of all the other movies like, oh, that's the Dallas character. That's the Hixian character, blah, blah, blah. That's the bishop. And then at some moment, like the movie ends on such a ridiculous cliffhanger, kind of like they're stranded on the fucking planet or whatever.
It's a pretty big clip. Yeah.
But what I'm getting at is a movie should stand on its own. This like presumptive idea that no, we're greenlighting 3 of these.
Didn't you just say you liked the new Mortal Kombat movie though?
No, I did
You
not
did
like
say
the
you-
Mortal
No.
Kombat movie.
Oh, I thought you said you loved
no,
it. just
no,
now.
I loved
I
the
liked
first
it.
10 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah.
but you don't like the rest. Oh, nice. Okay, well we agree. Well, I don't like any of it, but
Fair enough.
Okay.
I like that movie.
No,
I
but
That's
like,
fine. I
I
expect you
just,
to like
it's
it.
like,
don't
it's just
I've
so
watched it
fucking
twice.
presumptuous.
Have you really?
I watched it twice.
Yo,
and I
who's
have
the
very
Cole
little
character?
to-
Who is he?
Nobody. That's a new character. Which, by the way, people bitched about that. They're
Yeah,
like,
that's
"Oh, why
dumb.
would you bring a new character?" They did that in the first one. They
In the-
brought in a bunch of new characters.
In the movie?
Somebody tell me who Johnny Cage's black friend is in that. Who is that guy? Huh? What character is that? You idiots! Like, come on.
Is that in the first movie?
Yeah.
I've never seen the first Mortal Kombat.
Definitely
original
don't
Mortal Kombat.
remember.
Never seen it. Or the second one, Annihilation. I've never
Don't.
seen either of them.
Do it.
Didn't see that
Actually,
one.
watch that, and then you'll like the new Mortal Kombat.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, how about don't do any of that and see a movie like Apocalypse Now?
I would love to.
Blade Runner. Have you seen these movies?
Dude,
Oh
Blade
yeah,
Runner.
I've seen Apocalypse Now and Blade Runner. I haven't seen
Okay.
the second Blade Runner they did a few
It's
years
okay.
ago.
It's not that good.
Okay, but I
Don't-
love
it's-
the OG Blade Runner.
it's a
Is one of my
fun ride.
mom's favorite movies. My mom's a big sci-fi fan.
Then
so
your mom and I are probably the same age
Which
because I
version,
fucking
though?
love that movie. It's my favorite movie, bar none.
Awesome.
top of the
Really?
list.
Blade
Yeah.
Runner? No shit.
Yeah, man, it's
Good music
amazing.
in that movie too.
Mm-hmm.
Cool
should-
music in that
The
movie.
book. Oh, Vangelis. Oh
Yeah.
my God, the Vangelis score.
Oh,
Man, come on. So
Gabe was
good.
taken aback.
I wonder if that soundtrack has to be on like Spotify, right?
I don't know. I didn't
Probably.
use Spotify.
I thought you did.
Most soundtracks are probably on there.
There is a good amount. I've just never. Really...
I listen to the Revenant soundtrack on Spotify. I love that soundtrack. I actually have a CD of it too.
That's
Really?
I've been listening to soundtracks for the last couple of years, like really just that and jazzy stuff.
Nice.
And it's great for getting work done and also a kind of subtle way of pumping yourself up to do something. It adds this kind of excitement because the way I see it, the nature of soundtrack music is to accompany what you are seeing on screen in a film. So when you play it in your regular life, it kind of gives it like this 10 to 15% bump of like,
Epicness.
oh,
You're
fuck,
just listening to that
I'm
Commando
doing
song over and over again, aren't you? I miss that. I miss shows because of that.
Commando or 48
so good.
hours. Amazing.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know why I started doing that in the van.
It's the best tradition
The
we've ever had.
Best.
Yeah.
Like getting to the show, leaving. Do you know that? Are you familiar with it? Could we get, hey, Tim, could you play a clip of that? Could you just
Jamie?
drop it in? Just drop it in here.
Yeah.
It's great. Thanks.
What is it?
It's. Have you ever seen 48 Hours of the movie Commando?
No, I don't think I've seen
forget
either of
that
those
they
movies
used both.
actually.
No, it's okay.
Wait,
Commando?
No, I haven't seen
It's
Commando.
it's an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie
Yeah,
starring a
I
very
haven't
young Alyssa Milano and
Ooh, I
what's
was
the name of
watching a
the
show
guy
with
who
Melissa
plays
Milano in it?
not John Matrix, is Arnold Schwarzenegger, the guy who plays the main villain. He's also in Road Warrior.
Yeah.
I know. It's a very, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's awesome because Arnold Schwarzenegger is 6'2", call him 225.
Yeah.
You know, former bodybuilder. He looks fucking-gantic.
Yeah.
And the guy who's playing his like direct villain.
What is the name of the villain too? It's a great name. It's a great villain name.
Sinbad.
No.
He plays the villain in
no.
that movie, right?
But he does wear chainmail.
What's the movie I'm thinking
He wears
of?
chainmail. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bennett.
Yeah.
Come on, Bennett. You don't need the girl.
Wait, you're talking about Jingle All the Way, right?
Throw away that
Commando,
chicken
yeah.
shit gun.
Yeah.
I've only got one arm. You don't want to shoot me. You want to put a knife in me. Look into my eyes when you turn it. See what's going on in there.
Dude, I don't remember that scene.
Oh my God. Then
I don't
Bennett,
think you would like Commando. at
Bennett
all.
basically is like a sadist, so he's kind of having an orgasm in a sense. He's like, I don't need no fucking gun. I'm gonna kill you. And it's amazing.
Have you ever seen Jingle All the Way?
I have not.
It's good.
They have a
wanna-
similar premise.
Yeah, it's pretty much
Yeah.
the same movie.
I know it doesn't. So
How do you know that? How do you know it
I've
doesn't if
seen
you've never
clips.
seen it?
It
You've
stars.
really seen clips?
Yeah.
it stars
Why?
Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad. Great
They
fucking
both-
cast. And Phil Hartman.
Sinbad
That's-
does.
Yeah,
Phil
one of his,
Hartman
one of
does
his
get a
last
pipe
movies,
thrown to him at
actually.
the
Oh
end of
my
that.
God.
Yeah, it's one of his
It's a
last
weird
movies,
choice.
actually.
like trying to get Action Man or so, like the toy
Turbo Man.
Turbo Man.
Yeah, come on, dude.
Sorry.
You gonna come on this show?
And
You gotta
not
know who he
you gotta
is.
know
I
Turbo
was
Man.
40 when that movie came out.
Were you really? I was
Yes.
probably 9 or 8. So that must mean
You look good for
It could have been
70.
7'6" or 2'4".
what?
Think about it.
763 or 24? Yeah. Okay. So Jingle All the Way. That's a good movie.
That's all right.
I love that. Do you
Amanda's
like that
better
movie?
I'll watch it.
It's
if
a
it's
fun
on.
Christmas movie. It's sick when you're baked too.
Elf. Great Christmas
Ugh.
movie.
Elf
Yeah,
is,
but that's
Elf
like
is
the-
great knowing that
Not
James
even-
Caan hated Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
That makes it even better.
Oh, did he hate him
He fucking hated him.
while working on that movie? Wow.
Yeah, did not like him
Why?
at all. I don't know.
Is he still alive, James Caan? He is,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you guys something, and for any podcast listeners, here's a little tidbit, but we have made the executive decision that on the new Warforged record, we are actually going to be sampling the scene where James Caan gets hobbled in Misery. So, in one of the songs, you're going to hear a sample of that.
Fucking
So,
yes.
Never
It's
seen
going
it.
to be the scariest, heaviest shit. So
You
get
should
ready, guys.
trigger your kick drum to be the sound of his legs snapping.
Dude, it's that literally like we're gonna write out a part for that whole like scene basically.
Jesus.
It's gonna be dope.
That's pretty wild.
You guys
Yeah,
gonna do the new
that's
24
fun.
frames.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Do you remember that band?
24 frames? No.
No.
They're a great concept band. Like they just all their songs were based on movies.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's
Really cool.
Well, the songs
Really
are gonna be
cool.
about the movie, but we just think it's a sick scene.
But I believe they have not been a band for a long time, so I kind of want to like take up that mantle.
Well, I like that. I like that. It's like, fuck it. This isn't a concept thing. It's just fucking cool.
Yeah.
I love when bands do that. I mean, not everyone executes it well, so I wish you the best of luck, although I have complete faith that you guys will hit it. But I like when bands are brave and they just go for it. They're like, this is just cool. It's fun. Let's do it. And you can tell when you're listening, it doesn't matter if it's cheesy. It's like, they went for it. I can respect that. They didn't do the safe thing like, no, let's put this heavy part because people are going to want to, whatever. It's like,
yeah.
I like when you're listening to music and you can just tell they were like, they weren't being thoughtful or like constructing a song. They just were like, this is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Let's just do it. And they do it. I love it.
Do you know who's good at doing that a lot with sound clips? Is Aborted. They're one of my favorite death metal bands that's used sound clips in their music. They always put like cool ass.
What's the name of the drummer?
From Aborted? Ken Badine?
Yes. So I've recently came across this English guy who's a drummer for a band called Stray something or other.
Stray from the Path?
Yes.
Yeah, Jamie, what's his face?
Reynolds?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I came across him because
his podcast? Have you
No.
You should check that out.
I have. I've listened to the podcast. I listened to an episode with Raleigh something or other.
Do you know what band that guy
He's
was
not in a band now. He's a producer or a sound engineer. Okay. But I came across that guy from watching YouTube videos about snare drums.
Jamie?
No.
Reynolds? Oh, Ken?
Yeah.
Ken
No.
Badine?
Let me reframe. The Aborted drummer, whatever.
Ken.
I came across him because I stumbled onto this guy, Reynolds.
Yeah.
Because a while ago, I was obsessed with Eloy Casagrande.
Sure.
And he does a reaction video to that. And so I started following.
To Ken?
No. Well, yes, to Ken, but also to Eloy.
Oh, okay.
So whatever.
Jamie does that.
Yes.
Understood. Got it.
So anyway, yeah, that Aborted drummer, he played a song. I don't know what it is, but outstanding. Just great drumming.
Phenomenal. One
So
of the best dudes in
good.
the game right now, easily.
And it's not, I think.
So tasteful, too.
Yeah,
All of
I
this shit
don't-
is so tasteful.
I didn't say that Speed Queen thing on mic, did I?
Yeah.
I did?
No. No, not on mic.
Whatever, I'll say it again, because fuck those guys. All they can do is blast. That's it. And then they just do like 30-second notes on all the toms in order. It's so impressive. I don't give a fuck about it. I think it's bullshit. But like guys like you, guys like that, where they're blasting the fuck away and I'm about to fall asleep and then they suddenly like
Throw
are
a
doing
gospel chop or some shit.
which put a pin in that. I don't really give a shit about gospel chops.
Really?
It's like just this. I get it. It's very I wouldn't call it technical. It's very impressive. It's very fast, but it's just so. It's like maximalism. It's neon on top of neon on top of fucking neon. And just in case you didn't know it was neon, they have high fucking beam lights facing you so you can't even see what's on the wall. So you're blinded by it. It's like, I get it, Eric Moore. You're fucking great. And he can play beats because I've seen the videos of him just playing a fucking groove.
Yeah.
You don't have to put that many fucking fills and trills and chokes in every fucking measure. Jesus Christ. I mean, I get it. He's sponsored. He's amazing. But like, whatever.
Yeah, he's a great drummer, man.
But that's the same thing as those Speed Queens. It's just like, it's like the cum shot of drumming. It's cool for those like few seconds that you're exploding.
It's awesome, man.
But then like you remember who you are and who you're with and you're like, oh, you know, those like that like pure honesty you feel and you just hate yourself. Is it just me? who does that?
Maybe. I don't know, man. It sounds like we're hashing something out here. I feel like we're therapists all of a sudden.
That's how I feel like on those like gospel It's like, wow, this is amazing. And then within 5 seconds, I'm like, I hate this. Click.
And how does that make you feel, Gabe?
Which part?
I'm just kidding. No, I hear you. I think I would agree. I mean, if it's a song and the whole thing is a gospel chop show off, it's like, okay, this is cool for about a minute. But like those drummers, like a guy like Ken, I think is a great example of a dude who like on the album, their album Retro Gore specifically, his drumming is just phenomenal. They have so many cool songs where like, yeah, he'll be blasting at like 285 or 290, but then like, you know, he'll be doing like all these tasteful grooves and all these really cool accents with his fills and all of his cymbals. It's just like that to me is what makes death metal drumming exciting. Is like the blast beat is the foundation, but there has to be something else to it.
Extra,
there's got to be something else there. Like, great, you know, you could blast. That's awesome, and like that's cool when it's used tastefully in its own right. But there's so much more to it, and I don't know. I mean, I can't speak for every death metal drummer, but for me, it's always been like I always find drumming more exciting when it's outside of the box a little bit, you know, a new approach to something that everybody else isn't always doing.
Yeah, I agree. I think you need to add things from other genres tastefully or judiciously so that you're not overdoing it. Mm-hmm. I think as a musician in general, you should always be expanding your ability, not only working on your technical prowess, but listening to music and rhythms and melodies outside of the ordinary and trying to learn how to do them and mimic them. Because the more you do that, the more it feeds into your playing. And then you just start adding little touches here and there that guys on this level do not do. And you suddenly stand out because it's like, and it could be something as simple as just like heel down quarter notes on the hi-hat while you're playing a drum fill.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like something like that distinguishes guys who are thoughtful about the instrument and trying to get better, and just assholes who sit there and fucking play and then fucking complain when you're not paying attention to their subpar fucking playing.
I have a question for you that I've always wanted.
Who's that towards?
I have a question for you.
Talk about that one later.
I have a question for you that I've always wanted to ask.
Sure.
What are some of your favorite, I'm going to say, album length performances from drummers? Like, what are some of your favorite albums to listen to if you want to listen to some like awesome drumming or some of your favorite drumming? Do you have anything that comes to mind specifically? Like anything that inspired? It doesn't even have to necessarily inspire your playing. It could just be something you think is cool recently, or
no, not in the way that you're describing where I'm listening.
Sure.
I'm like, wow, this drummer is so amazing, because I never really listened to music in such a specific way.
Sure.
I just have these very like Iron Maiden.
Which
like,
album?
Peace of Mind.
Okay.
Seventh Son of a Seventh Son.
I love that album, dude.
I love it too.
It's a great album. I don't
Fucking
understand why it
idiot.
gets shit. Yeah.
It's just because, let me calm it down.
I think that's one of their best, honestly.
I don't have to go crazy. It's because they had all the synthy stuff.
Yeah, but that was
This
so
is
sick.
80s.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were doing it. All their other records up to them, like the 27 albums they released before that, because they're very prolific. It doesn't mean that the quality is the same, but it was just very left of center for them to add that. And it seemed, I don't know, I wasn't like actively listening to Maiden when Seventh Son came out because I was a fucking child, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think I was alive. So
yeah. But anyway, so that, or, for me, when I think of drumming, I'm not necessarily thinking about, wow, the technical thing.
Okay.
At least in the way that you're asking. Now when I listen to bands, I'm like, wow, Gojira, that's amazing.
Okay.
Or,
No,
Mastodon. But like,
anything
when
that you think
ask
is cool.
me that, I don't go there. I go to like teenager discovering heavy music, and I'm like, Iron Maiden, fucking And Justice for All. My favorite Metallica album is And Justice for All.
Okay.
Amazing. I hate all this fucking hate and bullshit that people like take shots at Lars. I get it. He's probably not as good as he used to be, but let us not pretend that Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, Justice, and fucking Master of Puppets are just some like, B+ drumming that any asshole could do. because not any asshole can do it. Because there are a lot of assholes trying to do it, and they suck.
I know. I'm a big Lars fan, man. I'm a huge. I'm talking throughout all of Metallica's career. I love his drumming. He's the most honest drummer, in my opinion, dude. He's just an honest fucking drummer. He just goes out there. He does even the shit that people think is stupid. I just love the fact that he fucking does it. It's like in the S&M version, the first S&M version of Hero of the Day, one of the ballads from Load. There's like a beat. It's just like a boom, boom, cha, boom, boom, cha. And instead of like hitting the snare on the 2 and 4, he hits the snare on the 2, but then he hits like a rack tom on the 4. It's like dun dun cha, dun dun. And it's like
that's a huge Lars thing.
It sounds so dumb, and it's literally one drum hit. But it's like I listen to it, I'm like, that's it, dude. That's how you know it's him, because it's just like,
it's
what
a signature.
What other motherfucker would do that? You know what I mean? What other motherfucker would do that? It's ridiculous.
Well, I'm not going to go as far as you're going and say like the more recent stuff, like.
Yeah,
I mean, Load, Reload. That's when I started listening to Metallica, so I have a fondness for those records. But
those are probably my favorites.
Became a more sophisticated music fan, or grew up and became embittered. Exactly.
I only like the thrash.
Yeah, like Saint Anger, Death Magnetic, whatever the fuck else they've released. It's just not for me anymore.
Sure,
I don't care.
Fine.
It's fine, whatever.
I love Saint Anger.
But yeah. So of course, like anyone else, as I said, Gojira. Mastodon, but
I love Gojira. Have you heard the new one yet?
I heard one song, and the only reason I heard it is because the guy Jared of the Drumeo channel covered it.
Oh,
and it's outstanding. It's a great cover, and he plays the drums, and it's the way what is it? Duplanter, Duplantier, or whatever, Mario. Yeah. How it's like he does the signatures of that guy where it's like a lot of triplet play and doubles on the snare drum and shit. And, the downbeat isn't necessarily where you expect it.
Mm-hmm. I actually like that new Gojira a lot. I didn't like the last one, and I didn't like a lot of the singles, but I listened to it front to back the other day, and I thought it was pretty cool. That drummer, he's an awesome drummer. Another
great
really
drummer.
tasteful
Yeah.
dude.
And I love listening to him play. I've seen some of their live videos. Like, I saw this, when he's like screaming plastic bag in the sea.
Yeah.
Jesus, come on. How do you not get like pumped and excited? Such a strong voice.
Hell yeah. They have a record called Les Enfants Sauvages that is like, in my opinion,
that infant what? Savage infant?
I forget what it stands for, but it's honestly, I think one of the best. French. Could be one of my top 10 metal records. It's so good. That's one of those records where almost I think I like every song equally because it's that good.
I feel
really
like
hit or miss for me now these days.
Well, I got to say, I don't feel I'm qualified to talk about metal because, as Phil recalls, a couple of years ago, some little tart that I was playing around with said that I wasn't really a metal guy. Yeah. So maybe I should.
Wait a minute. Whoa,
maybe
whoa.
I shouldn't be talking about heavy music.
Wait, why did she say that?
She might have been on.
I've never heard the story.
Right.
Whoa. Okay, I've never heard the story.
She knew you right out the gate. That's all.
She also thought I was. She also said I was soft spoken.
I disagree with that.
Strongly disagree.
So why did she say you weren't metal?
Because so it's just a fun story.
Sure.
So a year or two ago, I was dating this girl.
Okay.
She was like, I don't know, like 9 years younger than me, something like that. Whatever. It's context, so even though she's like 27, whatever, immature,
Sure.
Plus a woman, so doubly immature.
Whoa!
Take that.
Gabe hates women, everybody!
Before we start this, I told you we only have one point that we don't like. That's not it.
Oh my God.
No,
so anyway.
So like way into super heavy music. Like she's like Absu and all that stuff. Whatever. Like
I'm scary girl.
Yeah. I'm way out of the game though. I barely listen to heavy metal. Like I was, I'm listening when I'm listening to heavy music. It's not at that extent or with that kind of frequency anymore. It's just once in a while.
Yeah, you don't really strike me as the black metal type of gentleman.
I've like listened to, dabbled here and there, Deicide, fucking Vital Remains, Morbid Angel.
Dude, the first time I saw you ever in my life, you were wearing a Vital Remains shirt, and I was like, "Who is this motherfucker?" Because I had that same Vital Remains shirt when I was in high school.
Amazing.
And then somebody's like, "Oh, that's the drummer," and somebody was like, "Oh, that's the drummer from like Eddie's new band." I was like, "What?" I was like, "Is it going to be like death metal?" And I was like, "Yeah, it does not sound like Vital Remains. I'll tell you that much."
Well, I played a show with them. That's why I had the shirt. I like.
By the way, Dechristianize and Icons of Evil are some classic death metal hits.
Yeah, they are.
In my opinion.
Let me just go back. I don't know if Morbid Angel counts as death metal or what fucking genre they count as. You know what it does.
Yes, you do.
Whatever.
I know
I'm
you,
saying
and I
is,
know you know.
I just want to briefly relitigate something that I heard on this podcast.
All right, Mr. Lawyer.
Relitigate. Where Nate, who, let me just say this now on the record, thoughtful, knowledgeable. I love it when he's one of your guests on the music episodes.
We don't, but we just kind of have to.
Oh, that's awesome.
No, it's great because like it's not just he knows the background. There's discussions about the recording methodology, and then just as a skilled guitar player, he gives some opinions on the. I
know he's really great at it, man.
That's the word. His insight. I know the Judases out there love when Eddie's on and he can pontificate and bloviate for like an hour and a half.
Bloviate? What is that?
Like
is that
just talk, like very windy.
A real word?
Bloviate,
It sounds like it derives from the word blowjob. Bloviate. Bloviate, I'm assuming, was probably a word
the other way around. Yeah, I think maybe the other way around.
My millennial brain likes to think of it otherwise. So
what is that? The 10th Eddie reference?
Yeah.
I don't know if we got to quote it. Hit, guys. Come on.
When do the balloons come down? When do the balloons come down?
What's the word of the day? Eddie! Eddie!
Couch just yelling.
Yeah, the rack space
are open.
So anyway, so I think it wasn't Morbid Angel that you guys were covering on that episode. It was something else.
We did a Morbid Angel episode.
We did do a Morbid Angel.
Yeah, right, but I'm saying it wasn't.
It wasn't one we were talking about.
I know it was the Gomorrah. It was Gomorrah. But
Promised Land, World of Shit.
Oh yeah,
Covenant. Mm-hmm. That record, fucking amazing.
Really?
Fucking Covenant is the.
Is that your Morbid Angel of choice?
Oh my god!
Is
that Are you kidding me? Yes.
We talked about Domination. It's the one after Covenant. Okay. Yeah.
Fucking Covenant. Bum ba da da dun ba da da dun 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 dun.
Well, that's got God of Emptiness on it, man.
Fuck yeah, it's got that. Oh my god! Yes.
Bow to me splendidly.
Yes.
Bow to me. That music video, have you ever seen that?
No,
it's really cool, man.
I don't need it.
Check it out.
I just need the music. That song,
don't need it.
Promised Land, World of Shit.
Yeah.
Look, you guys picked the record you wanted to pick.
Yeah.
You're asking me? No one? But I'm taking this time to just put it out there.
I know. I love it.
Covenant.
That's your choice. All right, man.
Outstanding.
I respect it. I love Covenant too, man. I actually got a reissue of it last year.
I don't know if I'm sweating now because it's like hot in here.
It is hot in here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hot in this room. But you've also been getting like really excited today, man.
Sometimes
Predator, Morbid Angel,
Commando going into this.
It's
understandable.
So all right, so that bird is like,
oh my god,
said you were
not a metal guy.
Yeah.
That was a fun practice when
that was
somebody
great.
told me that.
It was super fun because I was bummed about it because like I dug this girl, like cool girl.
Oh, did she literally
very
dump
fun
you?
to sleep with?
Did she dump you over not being metal enough, or did she just say it as like a joke?
That was definitely like one of the reasons, probably.
Oh wow.
But yeah, like dump me, whatever. That's what it is. You get out there. Sometimes you lose. What the fuck?
You know, shit happens, man. I get it. I don't
But so we were talking once. She was like telling me, she's like, yeah, I don't think you're really a metal guy. And I'm just like, well, like, I guess not. Like, what am I gonna get into an argument with some kid about that?
I guess.
And I was telling Bill and Eddie.
Yeah.
Not yet.
My drum kit.
And like, you
gotta run back there real quick. Yeah.
So here's the thing about Eddie and I is like, we've known each other forever. And nobody beats up on him more than me.
Sure.
Like,
I can vouch for that.
In mixed company, and but I tell him too. I'm not like talking by, it's a little adversarial because we're very similar, very strong-willed, stubborn guys.
Sure.
That's just what it is. But we've been friends for 100 years.
Yeah.
And
in band years, that's about 100 years.
Yeah. But like, I will back him up all the way to the mat, and he does the same for me. Like, and I like told this story, and he's like, "What? What?" And he started
I feel like he got more offended.
He got
than you
upset
did.
for me.
That he called you less. That she called you less metal. That is
no, that like not a metal guy. She's like, "You're not a metal guy." And Eddie like ran through my
10 years
my like resume, my like 20 years of playing shows, like all the venues, like
but you're not a metal guy.
All the places, like
take it from the 27-year-old.
And at the end, Eddie was like, and like you fucking played with this band and did that tour.
I don't know.
And you were just in fucking Revolver.
Yeah.
And like, not to mention you're in a band with a Kumasburger, but I guess you're not a metal.
You are not metal. Yeah.
That's so funny, man.
It was great. But like,
what did you say in response to
nothing.
that?
Did
you just laugh?
I didn't laugh. I mean,
was she like saying it in a joking manner?
No,
or was
she was
legit?
like, it was like a criticism. It was a criticism.
That's
but
so funny.
Like, what am I gonna? I'm not gonna. Like a little
what
kid
is metal
thing.
to her?
Why even argue?
Yeah, it's like, I guess you're right.
Yeah, it's very
whatever.
high
I don't
school
care.
type stuff.
Like talking to my cousin's niece and nephew, 5, 6, 7 years old. Not gonna have an intellectual conversation.
Looks like
with
you're
them.
sleeping with this woman.
I was briefly. It was great, by the way. The real demon in the sack.
Good time.
Hey, but well, that's nice. At least you got your jollies, you know.
It's just a fun little thing where someone's like, "You're not." It's like if some person is like, "Yeah, Jason's a great drummer, but I really wouldn't call him a death metal drummer, black metal drummer." It's not really what I'm hearing because you like add those hip hop beats. It's kind of like, well,
you're not really.
Are you sure? Like what? It's ridiculous.
See, I'm used to that. Of people being like, you're not really a metal guy. No.
Well, you're the first one to say
But I
it.
have a really good resume as far as like my metal background goes. But most people,
outstanding.
Once they get to know me, they're like, oh, no, you're not a metal guy. I was like, no, I am not.
I feel like you're the first person that would just admit it, though.
Well,
like,
I gladly admit it. I'm like, like, just to bring the bar down because like people get so bummed out when like, they want to have that conversation.
Story. Yeah. Like, what are your influence? What do you listen
what are you
to?
into? What do you like?
I love when you tell us those stories.
Man,
They're outstanding.
You don't want to hear like it's gonna bum me out more than anything.
Rhonda Williams. You're killing me. This is a second.
Pick it up, kid.
What are you drinking? What is that? What are you drinking?
What is that? Decaf?
It's vanilla cream cold brew.
Oh my!
I don't know, guys. I'm tired, man.
What happened last night?
Doing?
What were you? I went. Here, I'll go first. I was at the studio yesterday.
No, more yelling.
I was at the studio yesterday. I'm drumming for hours and hours and hours. I went to a couple of restaurants throughout the day. Beautiful.
Wait, you were in the studio?
I mean, like the rehearsal room.
Yeah.
Just drumming, working on shit, trying to get better. Instead of like these fucking Judases out there, like going and playing in the sun because it's summer. It's like, do you care about your instrument or not? Close the fucking door, put the headphones in, and start getting to fucking work.
Yeah, you motherfuckers!
I'm sorry. You know what? Let me just. I'm not.
Reel it in, Gabe. Reel it in.
I just, there's
we
so
should go
many
to
fucking
anger
people
management
who
together,
talk
man.
about like, I love playing music. It's so important to me. And then when they have fucking free time, they're going out, they're fucking drinking, they're like hanging out with their little friends. It's like, what's the new thing you're working on?
Yeah,
What's your
that's
practice
true.
routine? How are you pushing yourself to get better? How many guys are doing that?
Yeah.
A lot of motherfuckers out there, true believers, trying to spread the fucking word. It's like, just get in the fucking room and do the damn
Yeah, you sound like a
thing.
Jehovah's Witness now, man. What's
Sorry.
going on?
Sorry. I was talking about
You wanna
this
talk
with
about your
Bill and
true
Eddie
Lord and Savior?
a while ago, where we've been like working in the room the whole time. We
Non-stop.
never stopped.
Yeah.
Sure.
We never stopped.
Yeah, that's great
because
for you guys.
it matters to us. It's not just the
Yeah, we're trying to
band.
get
Like
shit done.
that's
you
not
know,
even
like-
it's more than that. This is the thing that defines us. I do not exist if I'm not doing this thing. I'm not going to leave the fucking room for 6 months because I'm scared. I would rather fucking die than not do this.
Yeah, I agree.
And so, like, all of us, for months and months and months, it's just us and a couple of other miners working.
Mm-hmm.
Then all of a sudden, all these fucking Judases and Doubting Thomases start sprouting up. And it's
Doubting
fine.
Thomases. I love that.
It's fine. You can do that. You want it to be safe in your way. I get it. I'm not trying to criticize you, even though I'm clearly criticizing you. I resented it. I don't know why. I had this strange resentment like, oh, now you're here? Now you're fucking here and I can't park because your fucking ass wanted to show up 6 months later?
Yeah, they've probably been paying for that room for the
Or
past
not
6
paying
months.
for the fucking room. I
Or
don't
maybe not.
care, but it just...
All right. Well,
Sorry. You know what? I don't apologize.
that's okay. Do you have a therapist?
I got you fucking mooks.
That's true. You got me, but are you in therapy
Wow,
at all?
what a
I'm just
question.
curious.
No.
Jeez.
No, why would I be in therapy?
I'm in therapy, man.
For what?
For my
Counseling?
fucked up life? I
Tell
don't
me why
know,
you
man.
would be.
Yeah, for my fucked up life,
What
man.
the fuck is wrong with your life? You
Oh,
were just
man,
like kicking
dude.
me in the ass
Let's
for like.
go. Where do we
What's
even
the
start?
problem?
What's
with the
the
letter
problem?
A.
Where does it yeah, I don't know.
Wait, hold on.
I'm not about to air my family business on here, but
Like you fucking haven't in the past.
no, I have, but I'm not. This is
Not
kind of
really.
unprovoked,
Yeah.
in a way. Yeah,
You don't have.
Okay, fine. That's
but I'll tell you
Yeah.
off camera. We could start. We could go.
we could do it off camera, but could we still be on mic?
Sure. Yeah, we'll be on mic, just not recording.
Just not
Just
recorded.
not-
yeah.
Yeah, we'll just be
Just-
sitting at this table doing it.
I'll just mute this and it'll just be a blank, and it'd be great for people listening that only don't watch the
Yeah.
video, just the audio only. It's like, this
Therapy's
is
awesome, man.
30
I take
minutes
meds
of
too. I'm on
Oh, yeah, I
I take
forgot about
anti-anxiety meds, so
And that's
Good
been
for
working
you,
out
my
pretty
man.
good, right? Like
it's been amazing for
Yeah.
me. Honestly, it's been like a big game changer
that hasn't
in
like
my
fucked
life.
with you in any other way though.
No, thankfully it hasn't
Okay.
fucked with me too a little bit. Like
The
in
stuff like that
certain
always
ways.
worries me, like the side effects. Like,
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
did
but
you
it's never
have
too-
like
anything
a
too
time
bad.
of getting used to it where it's like
Yeah,
they
there's
have to
always, like,
find
an
the right
adjustment
dosage
period,
for
right?
you?
Yeah, I figured out my dosage that worked the best for
That's
me.
great.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good
So
for
that
you.
works.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
it helps a lot, man. So that's out there now. Just aired that big secrets.
Yeah,
out
but
there.
Well,
I
I
mean,
mean, that's-
nowadays I feel like
It's a
Yeah,
very
it's
common
not.
thing.
You shouldn't.
Yeah.
There's no.
Well,
stigma.
you know, some people are
Or
like,
there shouldn't
some
be.
people are wild about it. Like, ask Alex about SSRIs and see what he has to say
What's
about
About what?
About
it.
what?
SSRIs.
I don't.
Like SSRI, it's the type of
SSRI.
medication that I'm
Oh,
like.
okay.
Like I take Zoloft. That's what I'm
Okay.
on. It's
What is
anti-
that? What is SSRI?
SSRI, it's the type of medication that you it's like a mood stabilizer medication.
Okay.
So it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know, Zoloft,
Yeah.
there's tons of other ones. I just
And what
can't
does
think
that
of them.
do exactly? Like,
It's
is it
either
a
an
law?
antidepressant or it's an
Okay.
anti-anxiety medication.
Okay.
I mean, there's all kinds
Yeah.
of different ones.
Yeah,
but
no, for
yeah,
sure.
the
Yeah,
Zoloft-
no, I've had plenty of friends that've been on all sorts
yeah,
of stuff,
Zoloft
but yeah.
I use for
But
anti-anxiety.
I've never taken it, so I really don't know.
Yeah, man,
what's
it's,
what,
it's
but
worked
yeah.
for
Are
me.
we talking kind of fast? Should we
Slow down.
Should we slow down?
No, we gotta get through this quick.
I mean, not that much, but just like a little. I feel like we're getting all.
Getting all ramped up now.
Yeah.
You asked me to air my business, so I'm doing
Yeah,
it,
he's
man.
doing it. What more do you
What
want?
do you want? Yeah, we're not. You're talking too fast. Listen here, Gabe. I'm spilling my fucking heart on this
Keep up.
table.
Look at this guy.
This heart.
This guy invites me to his fucking podcast, and he's
Me?
like driving nails into my wrists, into my ankles. Am I laying down on a cross here?
Yeah, it's self-defense, my man.
Unbelievable. This guy's
There's a
on the
gigantic
offensive. I
piece of
love
wood out
it.
there we need you to carry
What's
around.
going on? What? I love this. Jason came ready to play.
I'm out of my cocoon, guys. I've blossomed. into
This
the
guy is
beautiful
unbelievable.
boy that I am.
love it.
He's on his third
good.
win after that yawn. That's why.
Yeah, I know.
Wow,
That third young,
unbelievable.
guys. Was that my third or second?
Here.
What is it? I don't know.
It's like, what am I stepping on? Like, God damn it.
Unbelievable.
Roll my ankle sitting down.
But yeah, man, therapy's awesome. I love therapy. It's
You've been doing
the
it for a
shit.
good while now.
Oh
right?
yeah, for just about a year now.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I
it's the
did
shit.
like
I've done it before. this
therapy
too.
light in
Yeah.
law school
Oh, okay.
because I call it therapy light because it was through the school and it was like a graduate
counseling?
student.
Okay.
So it wasn't,
Oh, okay,
there was
cool.
no prescriptions and I think the person was
Oh, yeah.
a student. So like getting their reps.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, it was
Getting hours,
hugely
yeah. Sure.
beneficial for me.
Well, yeah, in therapy, you're not going to give me any prescriptions. That's like psychiatry.
Okay, yeah.
That's where
see,
you'll
I-
get it.
Right,
Yeah.
that's the difference, right.
Because I see a psychiatrist and a therapist. So
Okay.
I see a psychiatrist for my meds and a therapist for
The therapist,
Just, like,
a psychologist as well.
Yes.
That's-
Yep.
okay.
Psychology and psychiatry.
Gotcha.
So,
It's
yeah,
like-
yeah.
Psychology,
It's like
not
therapy.
medicine.
Yeah, psychiatry.
All
is the medicine,
psychiatrists
yeah.
are therapists, but not all therapists are psychiatrists.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Yeah.
believe that is the truth or something.
Everybody in Chicago lives in Illinois, but not everybody in Illinois lives in Chicago.
Yeah.
I love those little logic games.
Yeah,
Those
It
are
takes
fun.
me back
Yeah.
to the LSAT.
LSAT, nice, man.
Jim is a farmer.
Do you remember your
Jim is a man.
Do you remember
All
your
men are
ACT
farmers.
scores? Do you remember your ACT score?
I remember it wasn't impressive.
Yeah, mine was
Nothing
nine.
Yeah, I don't think
special.
mine was that good.
I was
but
pretty
I didn't
shit.
care because I was
Mine
like,
was average. It was like a 22 or something like that.
Yeah,
21,
I'm sure it was
22.
something like that.
Yeah.
Like great on reading and comprehension, terrible on mathematics and
See,
science.
I'm the
Yeah, that's
reverse.
same with me. I was good.
I'm always the reverse. I'm always good with math and science and terrible with reading. And
I'm okay with
writing.
science,
And
math,
As you
I
can
suck,
see by my
but-
Facebook and the horrible misspellings.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
I take your word for. Yeah, man. You got to be awesome to not be on Facebook.
Great, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I still have Instagram, but that's to like look at photographs
Yeah,
and
it's
discover
fun.
artists.
It's a lot different.
You're not
Yeah.
going to
You
run
know?
across a lot of morons on there.
Yeah, and I almost
Or as
never look
many.
at comments anymore.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes
I
I'll
never
like
do that.
go
I
on
never read
Reddit
the
and see what
comments on Instagram.
psychos are saying just to
Oh,
kind of
Reddit?
dip a toe. But
Well, Reddit's like a message board too.
Reddit's
you know?
not that bad.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
Reddit's
correct.
cool.
I mean,
Reddit's so
sometimes
narrowed
it's
down,
fun to
too.
go to
Yeah.
like the
I mean, it's
conservative
not-
subreddit to see what
Oh,
those
I never even
psychos are
try
saying.
to dip my
Yeah,
toes in that.
great.
I'm terrified to.
Yeah.
No, it's
I've
just
seen enough.
it's amazing. Like
I'm sure.
it's
Yeah.
outstanding.
Sure.
I love it. But
Sick, and sick.
where were we?
Do you have any pets?
Not anymore. I used to. I used
What-
to have rabbits, but no
Really?
more.
What were their
Yeah.
names?
Bonnet, Gaboo, Mittens, Winter, Metzley,
Oh shit, you had
Dutchley,
Is this every
Dorian,
pet you ever had?
all the bunnies we had.
Well, your
Oh,
mom
wow.
like raises them, right?
Well,
Or fosters- or she do?
I had my own for a
Oh.
long time.
all those guys.
And
you
then
listed?
yeah, and then at different points, more or less.
Okay.
Not to bum you out, but what's the shelf life on a rabbit?
Well, if you don't know what you're doing, like most of these fucking lazy idiot Americans, it's like maybe a year or two because they feed them shit and keep them in the cage and don't know how to fucking raise them.
We had a rabbit for 12 years.
Well, there you go.
I had a pet rabbit. His name was Kirby.
I
He
forget
lived for
about
like
that.
12
There you
years.
That's
see.
awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
for the listeners, I'm pointing to Jason
Yeah.
approvingly
Yeah.
because that's if you
Okay,
know
that
what you're
makes sense.
doing and
Yeah.
you're feeding them fresh and you don't have them in the cage, you know,
Mhm.
they can live a long time, but they're very delicate creatures.
Yeah, we had a cage for him, but it definitely like after like the first year or something, it was kind of like an open door policy where we
Yeah.
just leave it
fuck
open
it.
and we're like, hey, you do whatever you fucking want, and
Yeah.
then like
That's awesome.
you know, but he
Yeah.
would sleep in his cage like a lot of nights, and like
Oh,
we
really?
would still put his food in there, so he would go back in there to eat and his hay and his little salt lick. Yeah, I actually it's funny when I was like a child like in preschool, my class had a rabbit named Marmalade, and we took it home for the summer.
Is
like,
this
'cause-
story going to bum me out?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it's gonna bum you out, but I was just gonna say I liked the rabbit so much that we ended up getting one.
Oh, okay.
We got one
Amazing.
at Petland. Remember Petland? That fucking horrible store. They
The
still
South
exist.
Side?
In Berwyn?
No, the one I went to was in. It used to be in. Well, it was like Chicago. It was in the Brickyard Mall, like Grand Avenue and Narragansett. It was right over there. It used to be right. Oh, it's
I
not
don't-
there
You used to
anymore.
live in
I don't
that
really
area?
remember it.
Oh yeah, I used to live right on Harlem and Diversey. Was like where I grew up. pretty
Oh,
much.
wow.
Yeah.
That's close to my office.
Oh no shit. Where's your office?
Cicero and Belmont.
Okay, yeah. I
Yeah.
used to live like 10 minutes from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a long time. I grew up in that area, man. Some
Was
cool
that
shit. I didn't
close
know
to
you lived
Elmwood
there.
Park, right?
Yeah, yep.
Or
Very
whatever,
close. Literally
yeah.
right on the border of Elmwood
Mm.
Park. And then I lived in Elmwood Park for a few years. But
Really?
yeah.
I think I went to your house and
Yeah,
you were
that's
there.
at the attic, right?
Yep.
Baja Blast
yeah,
Lounge.
the Baja Blast Lounge. I missed that.
Oh,
we need to
right.
like paint this section of the room that color.
We should. We could.
Probably
You could have Gavin, noted homosexual,
Yeah,
legendary,
legendary
homosexual.
painter.
I got my
noted
Baja Blast
homosexual.
hat on, dude. My Baja Blast
you go.
and my
That's
shorts.
a bit
My
of it.
Baja shorts.
I was
dude.
noticing like you're
Yeah.
really
Like a two-tone. I like
coordinating.
it.
Like
This
the
is like
shorts
the
and
only
the
pair of
hat.
shorts I could find, and then I found this hat in my
The
closet. I was
shirt
like,
almost.
Look
has
at
the
me and
color.
this guy over here, both of us in fucking t-shirts and shorts. Like, what? These are just my huge muscles.
Like glistening.
Yeah.
Like
muscles.
glistening
We
thighs.
need more butter for you here.
But yeah, that rabbit was awesome. Kirby was the shit.
That's a good name. That's a good
That's a
bunny
good
name.
bunny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kirby. Well, because of the game Kirby, and that was the first video game I beat when I was a child. Was the first Kirby game, and I was so stoked. I was like, "We got
Was Kirby the one on that was on Game Boy first,
Yep.
right?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's him.
yeah.
Kirby rules, dude.
Yeah, man.
That was a fun one. That was a fun
Remember?
game.
You remember?
Remember
Remember
Game
Berry?
Boy?
I still have
That was
Oh,
another
so,
reference
like-
that I didn't get from South Park because
Did you have a Game Boy?
Show.
I used to, yeah, when I was a kid.
What did you play on it? Do you remember?
Tetris,
Nice.
Metroid 2.
Nice. That game's hard as fuck.
By the but I don't
Did you ever
make
beat it?
no.
I have the remake.
Legend has it, nobody has.
I've seen people beat
No,
it.
I know.
Oh,
I know.
yeah.
I'm just joking.
The remake is really good of the second Metroid.
I
It's for
I-
3DS.
you know when it comes
Do you
to
have it on your Switch?
yeah.
No, it's for 3DS, but I have it on that. No, they're doing Metroid Prime 4 for the Switch, but they haven't announced any of it yet.
It's a new one.
Yeah, it's going to be
Oh.
the next one in the series. They announced it years ago, but it's still like way in development, so I don't know what's up with it. But I love Metroid games, phenomenal. Probably, arguably my
I've
favorite.
only played the one for NES and Game Boy, and then
Super Metroid? Super
Never.
Nintendo? Oh,
No, any,
dude, that's
like,
the best
regular.
one.
yeah, the
Metroid.
original.
Yeah.
But I never
Yeah.
it didn't. Those games are cool, and I am now the person who watches like speed runs of
Oh,
these
nice.
like
Fuck yeah.
masters of the game, like
Those are the
flipping the
best,
games. You know,
yeah,
at
Metroid
this
speedruns
percent
are
or whatever.
sick, too,
It's
dude.
super.
They're intense.
Yeah.
Like, there was one, the guy did it reversed.
Yeah, I
basically.
saw that.
Like,
Oh, really?
it's crazy.
Of the
Yeah, I saw
original
that.
game?
Like
Yeah.
goes to the fire level
Yeah.
first
Of the original game?
No,
No, of Super
Super Metroid? Yeah.
Yeah.
like
'cause you
without
can't do that.
any
Yeah.
of the power ups, and
Yeah.
like without the suit power up.
Yeah.
So he's like
Oh, the lava
every
so he's
second
dying.
he's dying, and like
Whoa.
It's fucking
Yeah, it's
nuts.
super
yeah.
fun.
But I mean, you could
Yeah.
do that if you find enough energy tanks and shit, and like, yeah, that's
I don't
wild,
think
dude.
anybody can just do that though.
I mean, I'm just saying, there's a way. It's possible.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah,
there's
yeah.
a possible
And
way
this
to
guy,
survive
like,
that, but
does
that's
it to, like,
nuts,
the
man.
Most
The
extreme.
only
version.
game people I've seen speedrun a game. Well, I've watched obviously the YouTube videos, but in real life, I used to watch. I still will watch Jace. He speedruns the original Pokemon Snap for N64.
Really?
Yeah, he speedruns
No
it. He can
shit.
beat that game in like under 2 hours. He's
No
so
shit.
yeah, dude. He's like real good at it.
Really?
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah. You should watch him do it sometime.
You brought up video games.
Yeah, come
man.
on.
he did. He brought
You
them up.
did. Oh, I was
No,
talking
you
about
did.
Kirby the rabbit.
He's
So I
talking
guess
about Kirby.
That's technically,
Oh,
but
I
you were
guess that
like,
is your
remember
fault.
Gang Boy?
Yeah,
Remember berries?
What's your dessert of choice?
You don't strike me as a dessert guy.
I love desserts.
Do you?
I love dessert, but I don't eat it
Partake
often,
often.
or I eat it. I got this weird thing about eating with, like, going to dinner with a friend or something. I
Mm-hmm.
just want to eat alone. This is a shameful act.
Oh,
Nobody look at me when I'm eating. Yeah, yeah.
Well, what's your
Or
favorite?
like I go alone. Like yesterday, I went to the restaurant, The Whale, and it's like, yeah, I'll have the
Give me the-
steak, but
give
I'm
me the
sitting
darkest
Oh,
alone.
you like that
corner.
place? The Whale?
I don't know if I like it,
Okay.
but
I like.
I
that
like
place.
that.
That's the place in Logan, right?
Yeah.
Alex went there. He was saying some not great shit about
The
it.
burger was pretty good.
I've
Messy.
only been there
Whale.
twice, and both times
never
I got
been
the
there.
same thing, which was the steak. Too salty,
Okay.
but I like salty, so it was delicious.
Check it out.
Oh, good.
I mean, it's fine. It has its aesthetic. I like that it's a certain level, so not just any asshole can go there.
What do you mean a certain level?
Like,
I can't go there?
no, you can go there.
No,
What I'm getting at
you
is
can't.
like, I don't want to go to like some shitty, crummy place. I want to know like there's a certain expectation of quality of meal.
So you're bougie is what you're telling me right now. You're getting a little bougie with your food.
yeah, just a little.
Just a little. Okay, but you didn't answer my question. What's your dessert of choice, dude?
Well, right now I've really been enjoying the chocolate baklava that I get at this place called Nazareth Sweets
Nice.
on Elston near Foster. Really fucking delicious.
That's awesome.
Delicious. I also love the Baker Square French silk pie.
Wow.
That's a
That's a
childhood
classic.
favorite.
That's a
Childhood
classic.
favorite.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Man.
Fuck
They
yeah.
just closed the Baker Square by me.
Oh, did
They've
they?
closed a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bummer.
And then love
like their
chocolate
Oreo.
chip cookies with milk.
Okay,
Just
classic.
classic, old
Classic.
school. chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream. Sometimes I will just have vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, vanilla's great, man. Classic flavor.
While I do my writing.
Nice.
Oh, while you write your manifestos.
Yeah. Yeah, remember
Ted,
when
what have you been up to?
remember
A
when
lot
you
of
were doing
writing.
that all the time,
A lot
man?
of writing.
Do you remember? I remember going on like Instagram and I would just see live and I'd be like, oh my God. And then I'd click on it and you'd be like yelling. That'd be like, oh, all right, we're already in something here.
And very manic.
Yeah, sweaty.
Hair everywhere.
Yeah, hair a little frizzy because maybe you're humid or something. Or
Yeah.
yeah. I miss those days, man.
You know what I miss doing is setting up the live feed and then just quietly reading to myself for like
you haven't
30,
done that
40
in a while,
minutes. Yeah.
That's cool.
I haven't had time to read. I've been so busy with work. It's just like, and the nature of what I do. When I get home, the last thing I want to do is like, oh, let me do some more reading.
Right.
Do you have a favorite book?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
You guys keep going. I'm going to go to the bathroom. Real quick.
I got to pee when you're back too.
Why don't you guys both pee and I'll just talk?
No.
This is your chance to do Gabe's live like in a version of it.
I'm not going nowhere. What's
Stream
your
of
favorite book?
consciousness. Wow. Well, let me just say a few favorites.
Okay.
Because it's like the movie, like, what's your favorite band? It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
fuck,
yeah,
you know? The Sun Also Rises by Hemingway.
Okay.
Really loved that. Really love it.
Okay.
For Whom the Bell Tolls.
Okay.
Oh, that book broke my heart.
Nice.
So good. So
Hell yeah.
moving. I think Grapes of Wrath. Incredible.
The
Steinbeck.
classics.
I've read like 7 or 8 books by Bukowski.
Okay. You
They're
like them?
fun,
Mhm.
but it's all the same. It's the fluidity of his writing. But I wouldn't call him a favorite.
Okay. What do you usually gravitate towards literature wise? Are you more of like a classics guy? Like
No,
you like reading the highly regarded stuff? Like
I read
Grapes
it
of Wrath is
because
like,
I want to be the kind of person who has read it.
okay. So
I don't want to go through my life like
not
I had never
experiencing it.
read Death of a Salesman, and I'd heard about it, and I
I've
know
never
all
read
these.
Death of a Salesman,
But
man.
there's like a lot of references in the culture, like you are a leader of men.
Of course, yeah.
Willie Loman. He's
Yeah.
a Willie Loman type.
Yeah.
You haven't read it, but you know what they mean.
Yeah.
And the obviousness of the name Low Man.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I want to read this.
Yeah.
And then I read it, and I get it, and it's just.
Yeah.
So anyway, I read I like the classics, American classics.
Nice.
One of my favorite books is by a Japanese author that you should check out.
Okay.
Yukio Mishima.
Okay.
It's a fucking mouthful of a book name, but it's called The Sailor Who Fell from Grace with the Sea.
Okay.
Amazing. It's a book that I read in my early 30s that I wish I had read in my mid 20s when I had such a tempestuous spirit.
Uh-huh.
And I was like in all of these troubles in my own head and up my own ass
Sure.
in a way that's different than now.
Of course.
That book, that is one of my favorites because it was, I read it and I thought the story was amazing.
Yeah.
Japanese authors have a matter-of-fact style in their writing and their narrative that is very different than American authors or European authors. And I read the book. I loved it. And then I was so sad because I thought, fuck, if I had read this book when the person who gave it to me, maybe I would still have that thing because maybe I would have seen the insights then instead of now. Camus, the book, not The Stranger.
Camus.
Okay. The Plague. That book is really good. I read it right around the time I started reading it before the pandemic became this well-known thing.
Sure.
And then throughout the pandemic, the early months, I finished it.
Cool.
That book was amazing. When that kid dies
Spoilers.
in the sanitarium, and the priest before the kid dies is like, if
Oh, I
you
can't
have
read it.
any mercy or grace at all, God, you'll spare this child. And the child dies anyway. And the way they describe the whales and his little body trying to fight.
I never read
Oh
the
my
book.
God.
I had no idea, man.
Get the fuck out of here. French existentialist Albert Camus. Amazing.
Dude, we got to get you on some of those choose your own adventure books. It sounds like you would probably like that.
You know, I've
like
gone
right
to
up
like
your
some
alley.
like Armadillo's Pillow and like old bookshops that are falling down,
Uh-huh.
and I'll go to their like pulp section
Yeah.
where they have the choose your own adventures or like
Yeah.
Tales of a Mischievous Woman. It's like the
Whoa.
name of the book, you know, like The Harlot.
Yeah.
And like I'll walk out of there and spend like $100 and buy like 50
yeah.
of these like penny books like an asshole.
That's awesome.
They're
Yeah, it's
amazing.
fun, though.
You
Yeah,
said
man.
you had to.
You know what? I'm okay right now.
You're
I thought I
good?
did, but my
You went away.
my urine is retracting right now, so we'll see how the rest
So
of the
the
show
night
progresses.
plays out now.
Yeah, I'm almost down this whole coffee. I'm surprised
Well,
I
like,
haven't
what's-
peed.
What's one of your favorite books or some of your favorite authors?
One of my favorite books is a book called House of Leaves by
Oh,
Mark Danielewski. Have you ever read it?
wait. Oh no, I'm thinking of Leaves of Grass.
Okay.
Sorry. No,
like
I
House of
haven't.
Leaves. It's a very like avant-garde book where it's like some page.
This motherfucker
It's so
throwing
fucking-
some French at me.
It's
Yeah.
so fucking weird where like you'll read a page
Trying to
Yeah.
get
and
on
like
your level.
it'll have one word on the page and you have to turn the book upside down and read. It's fucking wild,
Oh,
dude.
I remember you telling me about
It's a
that.
really,
Yeah, it
really
sounded
cool,
interesting.
interesting book, and it's
So
a really
it's
creepy story. I
like
need
a-
to get that. I gave my
Huh.
copy to some girl I dated years ago, and I never got it back. And I'm
First
so
mistake.
mad. Big mistake. Yeah. Horrible
Fucking
mistake. I would love to read that
thieving
book again too. I'm gonna get that.
Motherfuckers.
I'm gonna buy that today, maybe.
Taking everything.
It's a good book. It's a great book. It's really creepy. It inspired
House
the last
of
Roman
Leaves.
Ring record, pretty much.
House of Leaves.
Yeah, House of Leaves
And
is what it's called.
Lewin. What?
It's Danielewski is the guy's name.
Danielewski.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a really, really cool, weird book. It's
Well,
very strange.
When I start picking up reading again
Yeah.
for pleasure, I will keep an eye out for that.
It's a cool one, man. That's one of my favorites. I like a lot. I mean, a lot of the shit I read these days is like nothing that I would. I don't know. It's I don't read too often, man. I mean, I've been into these Junji Ito books, but they're graphic novels, so I don't really
Whatever.
count it as reading.
I
you know what I mean? It's not like you're reading a book, but like, yeah, I would say that's a really cool book. I used to read books by Michio Kaku a lot. You know who that is? He's like a physicist dude.
Oh.
You'd probably recognize him if you saw him. He writes all these books about like they're like science narratives essentially about like, you know, things that could happen in the future or things that humanity could build towards in the future that are really cool. He's got books like Physics of the Future is a cool book. Future of the Mind is all kinds of stuff like that. I used to be really into that. It's kind of a lot to read, and it's not fiction, so it's like it's pretty like dense, but it's really interesting shit for sure.
How about you, champ?
I was worried about that.
Well, I don't want you to.
Lovecraft, too,
I
is
didn't
great.
want to.
You can let me out of that conversation. It's fine.
Well, let me.
I don't know how to read, so it's been
Okay,
a real
sure.
issue.
Yeah.
But I guess we're gonna have to talk about it now. No.
How about the signals? Can you read those?
you read the signal? No, I don't read. I honestly don't read. I know I'm a piece of shit.
It's
That's
No,
something I'm
fine,
trying to
it's
do more. I
fine.
used to not read at
You know,
all.
It's a very like time consuming thing, and it's just like by the time I have free time, I'm so like last night.
burnt.
Unfortunately, to compare the two, I went to try to play a video game last night, and I got mad because I was so tired that I couldn't even like focus. I was like, I'm out. Like this sucks. Like I just have to just lay down and fucking go to bed. Like that's my free time. I was like, fuck.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't know, man. I've
and
been
it
trying
sucks.
to like
sleeping's hard or reading's hard for me because then
John Le Carré,
awesome.
or Le Car. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Nom de plume. You know, like a pen name.
Oh yeah.
This English guy, and he uses a French pseudonym for his books, spy novels. Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy,
Oh okay.
The Constant Gardener, The Spy Who Came In From the Cold, and there's like 30 other books. He just died actually this year. It really bummed me out. You know, I know you guys don't know because I didn't make a fucking post about it.
Yeah,
like
how are we
some
supposed to
fucking
know?
whiny crybaby asshole.
I don't even know if I would see it anyway.
I don't
even if he did
understand
make a
why you
post
didn't
about
make
it.
his death about you, but whatever.
Yeah.
You do you. You do
I
you,
just
man.
felt bad about it.
Yeah.
and went on with your life.
And I was like, man, that sucks because I've read like 7 or 8 of his books. Was like 98, 99 years old,
Wow.
still writing, still incredibly lucid.
So he's an old motherfucker.
He
is
was
what
an
you're
old
telling us.
motherfucker. But anyway, great, like fun. It's not action, it's the bureaucracy. It's all just, it's amazing. That's a great one when you boys have free time, or any of you.
Yeah, man. I've been trying to read before bed every night.
Out there.
Like, even if I don't have time during the day, I always try to read before night because, like, I don't like to just end my night staring at my phone, and I feel like it's a nice way to decompress, and it helps me fall asleep too.
Unbelievable!
Reading.
Look at this fucking mature adult.
I know, man. You've raised a good one, Gabe.
I've raised a good one.
You've raised a good one here. No, but it's something I've been trying to do recently.
No, that's fucking great, man. It's smart. Like, I used to do stuff like that, and now lately I'm doing the thing where I'm watching the same 5 Sopranos clips.
My favorite show of all time.
Well, it's because we haven't been rehearsing with Something Is Waiting, so I'm not getting enough of my
What clips have you been watching?
Just anything.
Like, which clips of The Sopranos specifically? Christopher, I fucking told you fucking idiot, Christopher. Uncle June.
Oh my God, I hate Uncle June.
What's the matter there, Tony?
Oh my God.
You hate Uncle June? I love Uncle June.
Furio is my guy.
Furio, yeah. Whoa, that's a good one.
Also love
Furio
the more mature vintages myself.
Mature vintages?
It's because Furio fell in love with Carmela.
Oh, yeah.
Was older than him.
Was she older than him?
Yeah. I mean, in the show, maybe not in real life, but in the show, they made it seem like he was kind of a younger guy.
Yeah, sure.
But he was in love with the Don's wife.
I know, Carmela.
Does he know? Fuck, now I'm just like doing the scene.
So good.
Amazing.
Go ahead. I've never seen it. Act it out.
I've been madly in love with Furio.
That's my impersonation of Carmela telling Tony that she was been madly in love with Furio.
But anyway, not to get off on that tangent, like that kind of shit, like being good to, like being thoughtful about your health, your pattern, stuff like that.
Yeah, you got it, man.
I mean, amazing, smart, so fucking smart. It's like such a little thing, and I fucking respect that. Like, the last thing I go to bed, I don't want to be looking at my fucking phone. I want to read something. Who gives a fuck if it's a graphic novel?
Yeah,
it's
whatever
like
it is.
Just your that kind of active engagement instead of being passive with your phone. And then the thoughtfulness of, this is better for me. I will sleep better.
Oh, yeah.
I fucking see, that's the kind of shit that's interesting to me, or that's laudable.
Sure.
Like these little moves that make a big impact.
Oh, big time.
I love it,
man. And it's just like, I don't know, my standpoint of it is, I like reading because I think it could be, when I like to read books, it's because I want to be inspired by it for some reason, or there's something like that I could see in it that I find inspiring. Yeah. Like a lot of the stuff that I handle lyrics with Roman Ring and Warforged. So like, I'm always looking for new cool shit to like, things that like I would like specifically run across my mind, and it just stands out to me, where I'm
but
like,
I mean, like,
there's
if
something
you
cool
read
about that.
You read like a fair amount. I mean, you must come across these kind of, like, I used that word bloviate earlier.
Sure.
I mean, I'm surprised you haven't come across that, or something like obfuscate, or like, do you do this thing now? Like, are you getting to that level of you're a psychotic where you're like, I know a reverie and a memory are two similar things, but I need to like exactly know what makes them different?
Oh, I don't think I go that far. Honestly,
you'll
man.
get there.
Yeah, maybe I will. I don't know, man. I just like, I think it's just fun. I think it's cool, and I've always felt like at night, I don't know about you two, but like I always come up with really cool ideas when I'm about to like fall asleep, or like early in the morning or something, because your mind is kind of in that relax mode where it's like on that, like, you're getting ready to shut down from the consciousness of it, because you're calming down and stuff. And I feel like it's such a good time for like creativity personally, and it's exciting. So sometimes I'll read a book and I'll have my phone next to me or something to jot down a note. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'll write this down. Like, I have a little notebook. I just call it like my idea book. So like, every time I come up with something, I just try to write it in there. I have a note on my phone as well, where it's like, if I come up with something, I'm like, I'm going to write that down.
Outstanding. Yeah, I love it. That's great. I think
it's important.
Yeah, I don't think I have those kind of specific patterns.
Sure.
I have other patterns and other things that I'm indulging right now.
Of course. Yeah.
But I definitely have been there when you were just reading and moved by something. I mean, awesome, it's happened, man. And lately I haven't been able to have that kind of experience because, it's all just been work.
Sure.
And a lot of fucking drumming, because first I'm getting ready for the Something Is Waiting record.
Oh,
and then I did that. And then, as soon as I finished that, I'm starting to get ready with the Lavisher record.
Sure. Yeah, so you got a lot on your plate.
And then, again, like it's not just, I have a job. I have the business that I'm
you got
running,
everything.
so it's like
you got a lot on your plate.
I just haven't sat, and I miss it. And I hear you talking about it, and it's like it's like, yeah, what am I doing? I can't,
man. Do what I do, man. Just take make sure, set a conscious amount of time and be like, hey, I'm going to go to bed at this time. Like, that's what I've been trying to do recently, too. And that's what I'm, definitely going to try and do this week because my sleep schedule is so fucked. Is, pick out an actual bedtime. Even if I'm not, ready to fall asleep, but go in bed and just fucking read.
Yeah.
Just read a fucking book until, even if I'm not tired, just keep reading then, and then eventually I'm just like, oh, I'm ready for bed. I'm reading the same page 8 times and not taking any of the information. And then that's when I know I'm like, all right, it's time for bed. But, well, I mean, if you do that shit, I don't know. I mean, that's
no.
I would advise.
It's great. I totally agree. I was doing something similar, but right now, what I've what I'm using my discipline to accomplish right now, is going to the room and working on the drums, working on parts, composing and orchestrating drum fills.
Sure.
Working on the technical aspect, getting ready for the recording. That's when I'm done with the job, I'm just in the room.
Yeah.
Nonstop. Because I was very happy with the last recording. And, a couple years ago when I was in the studio for both of the bands, I was very unhappy with my performances. And so I didn't want to have that happen again. And so
Really? So on the last Something Is Waiting record, you felt that way?
The second record?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I remember when you were tracking it. I mean, I remember seeing Instagram stories when you were tracking it.
Oh my God.
You did not like it?
Oh my God.
Yeah,
that was
other...
that was brutal. Screaming, angry, almost coming to blows.
Wow.
During
that process?
Yeah. It was extremely difficult, extremely frustrating, very high stress.
That sucks.
It was terrible. I mean, I am partly responsible too. I wasn't ready. I wasn't as ready as I should have been.
Sure.
And that was one of the lessons. And there was also another lesson. And I brought that into the studio this last time where I was like, despite what all these fucking people say, Gabe's not sensitive, he's just some unfeeling monster. I'm actually sensitive.
Who says that?
People say these
things. I've said it a bunch. Yeah.
I've never heard you say it.
All the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
I've never said it. I think you're a very sensitive man.
Terminator, Gabe,
Yeah.
Terminator,
delicate,
Gabe.
Not sensitive, delicate. So anyway, one one of the things that I did with this recent recording was I don't want anyone in the band to show up before 6, 7 o'clock. I want a solid 8-10 hours with Pete. I don't want any motherfucker in here getting into my head.
I love all the homies at the studio, man. I want the whole band there watching.
No, fuck
Yo,
that.
let's hang, guys. Come on, let's go.
This is not the time for
Remember
hanging
when we
out.
tracked drums and everybody from the band was there? I think Franco even showed up when I was tracking drums.
Wow.
I think at one point, we were.
Yeah, you were there. And Danny
I
was
showed
there.
up for a session. Yeah.
I love it, man.
I can't.
But
I need
saying
different...
initially, I don't know if everybody was there when you started tracking.
No, I think it was just Nate.
Yeah.
Me and Nate. I mean, I need Nate there. If we ever any Roman Reigns session there, Nate has to be there for me.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. I will not hit a note without that motherfucker there.
Because you trust his ear or something, or what?
I trust his ear 100%, and I trust his guidance with that type of shit, especially in the studio.
Producing in a sense, right? Why don't you try this?
No, not even that. Just his encouragement and his knowledge of the studio. Recording is my least favorite part of playing music. It's always been not a fun experience for me until the Halogen, pretty much. That was my real turnaround where I was like, oh, this is kind of cool and fun. And it was a bitch to record for sure, but it was fun, it was fun and it was a big learning process. And then it made the recording.
How so? How was it a learning process?
Learning experience, because that was the first time I had ever tracked an album like specifically. I mean, granted, we didn't really know that going in, but like,
What do you mean an album?
like a full album, like an album. That was the first time I tracked an
like
album.
that many songs?
Yes.
How many
Yeah.
songs is it?
6 songs, I think, or
Okay,
6.
but they're like on the longer side, right?
Yeah.
It clocks in pretty long. For,
Yeah,
like
So-
an hour, isn't it?
no,
No,
that's
no.
Warforged is like 72 minutes.
I think we're like close to 40 something.
I can take a look right now. It's on the 30-ish minute side, I want to say. I'll take a look right. It's
But
like
I mean,
we
the
should
material
know.
itself is like pretty dense.
Yeah, there's a lot to the songs. It is, and I have to go to Metal Archives. 35 minutes and 23 seconds. So yeah, that's actually longer than certain metal bands' full lengths. And this was
Sure.
the only intention for this was to be an EP for us. But yeah,
You
I mean,
kinda
we got
grew.
like a 10-minute song on here. You know what I mean? Actually, it's 7 tracks. So never mind.
Okay.
It is 7 tracks. Okay. But yeah, like doing that and then
We don't
recording
know the material.
recording voice at Bricktop was like my favorite drumming experience. So yeah, you know.
Bricktop in general is just a great place to record.
I know,
like the
for real.
vibe is just awesome. You
Yeah,
know,
I
don't
won't
see
go
myself-
anywhere else.
I don't see
I
myself
totally
doing it
understand
either.
that.
Yeah.
At least
I mean, I liked Ivy Lab. I think the room was really
Yeah.
great, and
I still don't like the vibe as much though. I don't like it as much as Bricktop.
It was too like clinical feeling.
Yeah.
you
No
know.
windows.
Whereas like Bricktop is just like, man, like
Dude, that natural
hanging
light that
out.
comes in at the top
Yeah.
of the live room at Bricktop is like
Clutch.
so
Yeah.
great. It's
Yeah.
so great. It's so nice to like, because man, I hated those days where I would be in the studio and I'm like, I don't even know what time it is, and then you
You're
go
in a-
outside
you're
and it's like already
allegory
pitch
of the
black.
cave, you know.
And I'm just yeah, exactly.
You know, you're like,
Yeah,
I don't know what
Yeah.
time it is. Like, what do we do?
it's just like fuck. Like
The
that.
vortex.
That's like that'll fuck you up. But that's why I like Bricktop so much more. And it's don't-
There's a good atmosphere. I trust Pete. I like
yeah.
how he produces. He's got a good touch where he will suggest or push or try to mediate.
Mhm.
And it's good. I really like his vibe. And for me, I need that in the studio.
sure.
Like I need that like calm atmosphere because I'm gonna go nuts and like play a part as many times as the producer or whoever is there will let me.
Mm-hmm.
Because no matter how many times I do it, it never sounds good enough.
Mhm.
right.
Like
Yeah.
I have a dysmorphic ear or something about my own playing,
Mm,
you know, which is good because that's what pushes me to like obsess and like
of
play the
course.
same drum fill like however many times I can play it in
Sure.
90 minutes because I'm trying to learn it and make it perfect and smooth and
Yeah.
rhythmic.
Yeah.
But in the studio, it's kind of problematic.
Mhm.
Well, it was funny because like even Pete was like, because you would come in and it maybe on like your 3rd or 4th take, and he's like, honestly, he's like the first 2, he was like I would accept like immediately. He's like, but if you want to do it again, you know, you can do it again. And,
Yeah, and like I can't handle
Yeah.
that. Like, what do you mean you would accept? Like, just take it? Like no, I want it to be undeniable. Like getting
Yeah.
into this semantics.
it was like the best take of
It's
a
like-
good drummer, whereas it was like your all right take of a great drummer. You know,
That's so funny, man.
It's
Because
not
I'm
enough.
the opposite of that in the studio, man. Once Paul's like, "Yeah, I could work with that," I'm like, "All right,
like
next
no,
part."
like,
next. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
yeah,
I'm
like
that
no,
guy.
no. I'm like, don't fucking move a beat. I like can't. Like no, I'm going for single takes every single time.
Nice.
I don't
One
necessarily
take
get
karate,
them,
baby.
but
Derek,
I'm
one take
trying.
karate.
Like I don't always do that. I rarely do it
Sure.
because it's like pitching a perfect game.
Yeah,
but
it's
that's
hard.
the
I don't know,
point. It's
you
like
did-
that's the goal. That's the goal. Like
you did really good on this one.
But
Like,
that's-
but we also prepped like a motherfucker. for
that's what I'm
this,
getting
you
at,
know?
and I loved it. I
I
love
gotta
that
pee.
you
I'll be right
guys
back.
indulged
Yeah.
me. It was great.
Yeah, no,
you know,
the whole thing
it was
leading up
wonderful.
to it was like a great process. It was
Yeah,
fun. It was a great opportunity for pretty much everybody. I think like
Yeah,
you know we got to be really, you know, bring out the magnifying glass. All right, let's talk shit about this kid. No, bring out the magnifying glass and like for me personally it was fun just because I got to get back into recording. And when we were
Yeah.
doing the pre-pro, which I hadn't done for years.
Mhm.
So that was fun for me. And then, yeah, I don't know. I just like, after hearing the stories of the previous record, I was like, I want to do as much as I can to make sure that that doesn't happen. And
Oh
that
yeah, night and
we
day,
we come in there and
100%.
just crush it because I don't want you to worry about anything. I just want you to go in there and like just do the takes that you were doing like during the pre-pro. Like those were like, he's killing it. You know, like
Well, yeah,
granted
I mean,
it wasn't 100% the final
Sure.
idea, but it was like, yeah, that's awesome. Like
right.
it's going to be a walk in the park. Yeah.
Yeah, and like those I would say infamous stories that only you and I and
Few of
like
us
a
are
couple
privy
of
to.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not something I want to share on this. Or with mixed company, frankly.
Fair enough. Yeah.
But you know, as much of that had to do with me not being ready.
Yeah.
And it was a big lesson. And that's why it was very appreciated. And it was good to be in that environment with guys who are like, not going to be like, maybe we don't have to do it for the 10th time. It's like totally indulging my extreme, like, let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's do it again.
Well,
let's do that part. Let's do that part.
It was
every single rehearsal starts with this song because that's what and like.
Well, for me, it wasn't
spoiled.
A thing of like there's a difference there when you allow like any musician in a recording aspect to do something over and over again. It's either because it's just like they're just not hitting it at all. You know, it's like, oh, maybe they'll hit it on the next one.
Right.
On the next one. But that was never really the case with you. It just was like, oh yeah, like he just crushed it. But if he thinks and believes, which I totally believe in you, to be like, oh, I can get that just that
like
little
a
bit
little
tighter,
better, like
that extra 1%, you know, just to get it there. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure you can do that. Like, why not?
Like I can't
Fully
stand like
it, yeah.
it's good enough, even though it's a joke with another producer. Like it's not just good, it's good enough. Fucking hilarious. Sanford Parker, loved working with him 100 years ago. Great.
What
band did you work with him?
Lone Wolf and Cub.
Oh,
Lone Wolf and Punch.
Okay.
L-Whack.
Gotcha.
The great
Nice.
time. That was a really fun, no metronome. What's the?
So this is Sanford Parker from Sanford and Sons Studio, right?
Yeah.
In
Drives a
Chicago.
red truck.
What is that? What it's called?
Yeah, Sanford and Sons.
Oh, okay.
It's not what it's called.
Oh, okay.
I think he works at Electrical, right? Wasn't that his
Audio Tree, electrical engineering,
electrical
Tesla?
audio, right? Wasn't that's
I don't-
Steve Albini's studio?
I'm not sure.
Albini Studio is.
Where you
I
did
know
it?
I know he has done
That
stuff.
is electrical.
Yeah,
I'm
it
just-
is electrical audio.
I just throw
Nate
that.
is yelling.
Yeah.
At us
Steve
right now.
Albini.
You morons! Like he knows more about
You
all
fucking Philistines.
Whatever, man. I want to know where Sanford Parker tracked the last Winds of Plague album, man. Where did he track that last Demure record? Where did he track that last Hate Breed album? Mr. Sanford. I'm just goofing around. I just think it's funny that like Chicago has all these super serious metal dudes like Bruce Lamont and Sanford Parker and stuff that I always like to make these jokes about them wearing like really poser metal merch. Like, hey, dude, I'm pretty sure I saw Bruce Lamont wearing an Amur shirt the other day. Like, I used to post statuses. On Facebook like that, and I almost thought about like tagging them. I was gonna tag Sanford Parker and be like, dude, I thought I saw you in a despised icon flat brim hat the other day. Was that
Do
you,
people
man?
like buy it though? Do they
Gold
think you're being
flake.
serious?
Some people do, yeah.
Oh
Some
my
people did. They were like, "Are you
God.
kidding me?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man. I'm swear to fucking God,
I
dude."
just I couldn't get my phone out fast enough to take the photo.
It's just like, think of how funny that isn't a concept. It's like the fact that like
That would be
the
utterly
idea of Sanford
insane.
Parker wearing an Amir shirt is like hilarious, but it's like, what if he did? So what? What if he admitted he liked a band like
It would-
that? You know,
I
like
would just
what would
picture
the
some, like,
world end? You know,
some
it's
dude's
just
like,
like,
no.
yeah, you know,
Like-
some dude on his keyboard is probably like, "Oh my God, this isn't obscure enough."
There's a few names that come to mind I don't want to say. Like,
Yeah, me too. But it's
Sure,
fun. Isn't
yeah,
that like
sure,
a funny
yeah.
idea though? It's
That's a
just
great
like,
idea,
I
yeah.
love that. I think that's so funny. Like, yo, dude, Bruce Lamont fucking
I'm just
like.
upset that I
somebody's
didn't think of
hero.
it.
Yeah.
I'm so
That's a
jealous.
good
That
one,
is
yeah.
amazing.
It's just so funny because these guys are like, oh, they're the
Jesus Christ.
metal keepers of Chicago. It's like, all right, guys, you know, well, why are you guys wearing all this fucking poser merch then, dude?
Yeah, what's up with that?
What is up with
You want to
that?
answer for
Yeah,
that?
I thought of doing that for a very extended period of time, but then I got worried that people would hate me for it, so I stopped.
No, you should.
No, I
Definitely
Maybe I'll bring
keep
it back.
doing
I might
it.
bring it back. You know, this new thing I've been doing recently is every time I catch someone staring at me, I now talk to them or I wave to them. That's my new. Like just now in the hallway when I was peeing, some woman was staring at me and I said hello because she was just looking at me and she was like, "Oh hi," and I was
Nothing
like, "Oh well,
creepy
you're
about
staring
that.
at me." Well, it's like stop fucking looking at me then.
Maybe you
Like
had
I'm
a-
so sick
maybe
of
you
it.
had, like, a bad
Even
attitude.
I was walking to get into my car today to come here. There was some dude staring out of his window at me from the building behind me, and I could clearly see him. So I just stood back and I just waved at him like this for like a minute straight. I was like, "Hey." You know,
He
and
didn't
it's
wave
like,
back?
yeah, he waved
Oh,
back.
okay.
Eventually, he waved back, and then he started laughing because it's like, "What are you doing, man? Stop looking at me, you fucking idiot!"
Why did it take so long for him to wave back?
I don't know because maybe he did, I don't know. It didn't
Probably
take that. It wasn't a
actually
minute. No,
looking
it was
at
like
you.
2
Oh, okay.
seconds.
Oh, okay.
But he
Maybe
saw me.
there's
It was like a
something that
maybe.
like draws the eye to you.
I don't know, man. But this is
Maybe
my
he's
new
looking
favorite thing to
good.
do because it's just like, you know what? If you guys want to look, let's talk.
That's fair.
Yeah, you know.
I'm looking right at you. What do you got?
Actually, I got to get out of here pretty soon, guys.
What?
Yeah.
No.
I got a bunch of shit I got to do.
What do you got to do? Lay it on me.
We got to take. We're taking our dog Django to Jackson Bark today.
He can go by himself.
Oh my God.
How's he gonna get down there?
This is what he's got to do. He's got to go to the dog park. Okay.
I got to do some grocery shopping. I got a bunch of errands and shit I got to get done today. So,
what the fuck was wrong with yesterday?
Yesterday I had practice and I had a nice date night.
What'd you do?
Went to Chili's and smoked a joint at the Baha'i Temple.
All right.
It was a lot of fun. Have you ever been to the Baha'i Temple?
I haven't actually.
Dude, it's really beautiful outside. It's really beautiful there.
That's what I've heard. Let's
go sometime. Do you smoke weed?
Very rarely.
Okay.
I'm like,
I don't think I've ever seen
I am the Barnes to, I feel like Sergeant Barnes.
Okay.
The Platoon reference.
Well, I've seen Platoon. That's a great movie. Willem Dafoe, right?
Willem Dafoe and
that's an
Tom
awesome
Berenger.
movie. I saw that
Charlie
movie,
Sheen.
Saw that movie way too young. I was way too young to be seeing that movie when I saw
Is that the one
it.
with Lawrence Fishburne or is that Apocalypse Now?
That's no, he's in neither.
No, he's in one of those.
I don't think-
Remember, he's like underage.
Oh,
In
is-
real life, he was like underage, but they thought he was.
Oh, right.
Platoon?
Yeah,
Is it
yeah. He
Platoon?
gets
one of his first
killed.
Movies. Yeah.
Is it Platoon? I don't know. That is a good
Can't
movie.
Y'all
remember
know
which one
about
it is.
killing? Well, I'd like to hear about it, potheads. Oh my God. Smoke this shit
I
to
am a
escape
pothead.
reality? Me, I don't need this shit. Takes giant swallow from Jack Daniels, puts bottle
Yeah.
down. I am reality.
Damn. That's
Lies
Lawrence
full of
Fishburne?
shit. No, it's
No,
Tom
no.
Berenger from
Oh.
Platoon.
Yeah, I haven't seen that movie in a long time, but I have seen that movie.
It's just when you asked me if I smoke weed. That's
That's
like
what came to mind.
that's what comes to
reality.
yeah. Like
All right.
y'all know
I'm
about
just
killing.
curious.
I'd like so fucking
Would
condescending.
you ever smoke weed with me sometime?
You don't
Maybe.
have to. I never
Maybe.
You
did.
don't have to, but I mean, would you ever? I'm just asking you.
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't.
It's not.
I
that
don't
cool.
like-
If you ever want to,
I like
would you
getting
contact
high,
me? If you wanted
but-
to, would you hit me up? If you were like, damn, I just really want to get baked, would you hit me up?
I don't
I
like
don't
getting
think you're at the
super
top of
baked.
his list.
Well, if you ever decided you wanted to, would
Why do you
hit
want to
me up?
smoke weed with me?
Because I like you, Gabe.
I know,
and we're
but, like-
drummers, and we need to get
I mean,
closer.
I
man.
want you to come to the room, or I want you
Well,
to invite me here.
Invite me over. I'll come over. Tell me you want to come here. You're always welcome, man. Just me and you. We
Yeah,
don't
you
need-
hit us up at
We
the-
don't need this
The
clown.
one time
I
we
hit you
went
guys
there.
up.
Yeah, like 2
Yeah,
Fridays
you
ago,
did hit
last
me up.
Friday?
You hit me up recently. You were like, where's your spot? But it was like 5 hours after
I
band
know,
practice.
and then like 3 days later,
I'm
I get
sorry.
this fucking message like, "It's on Carol." Like, thanks.
Well, I
Who are
didn't
you,
know.
me?
You should have been like, hey, let's hang out. Imply that. I don't know what I thought you were just wondering more. Because literally, I literally thought in my head, I was like, man, I'm surprised Gabe doesn't know where we practice. Like, he's in a band with Bill.
Like, I give a
he
fuck?
knows where I write on Carol. And I was like, I wonder why he's asking that. And then I'm like, oh, he probably wants to hang. Yeah, next time, like, be specific. And I'll be like, yeah, you are more than welcome to come by anytime, man. We should chill.
I'm gonna jump over
We
this
don't have an
table
open
and
door policy.
strangle this guy.
You should
Yeah,
jump over
come
this
Telling
table
me
and
to
give
be
me a hug.
specific.
Yeah,
You know
man.
what? I might.
You might hug me?
Might give you a hug.
All right.
This is amazing.
Well, I
Shame,
am second dosed, so
Oh, really?
yeah, I
Has
got
it
my
been
second
great?
dose. My second, no,
No.
it hasn't even been a week. It'll be a week on Wednesday.
When did you get?
Last Wednesday, I got my second dose of
Nice.
Pfizer, and it
And then-
definitely fucked me up the next
Oh,
couple of
really?
days.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Like-
just not like horribly, but like my body was really achy, and I had like a fever that kept going, like,
Oh,
like
really?
on and off during. Yeah, like I would get super hot, like really sweaty hot, and then I would get
Hot,
like
shivering,
the
like-
shivering
yeah,
cold.
yeah.
Yeah,
I got that after the first shot.
but
Sucked.
it
Really?
went away like
I,
in less than a
Dandy.
day. It went away.
dude, if the first shot fucked with my joints bad.
All of your joints.
Mostly
Oh.
my right knee because it just like
Oh.
blew out. Like I was at work and all of a sudden
Really?
like I couldn't put
Do
weight
you think
on it.
that's what it was from, though?
Yeah, 100%. Because like initially, like after like an hour after the shot, like I was feeling my shoulders more than usual.
Yeah.
And then,
Well,
like,
that I feel too, because
You
like,
know, and I was like, oh, what's going on? And then like my knees started feeling weird, and then my right knee just I couldn't put weight
oh, you
on
got
it.
the Moderna.
How's the
one.
back?
Yeah,
How's
better,
the back?
better than ever.
Still
Like,
doing the.
That's good.
still seeing the chiropractor right now, and like we're working on like what is essentially like the worst part to be working on,
Sure.
which is the like 50% of my spine, which is the part that isn't supposed to move but has moved because of years of sitting like an idiot and working like an
Sure.
idiot. So
Hell
now
yeah.
we're trying to move it back into place, and
making progress.
it
trying
sucks because it's like some days I'll be feeling it really bad.
Yeah.
It sucks to work,
Oh
but
shit.
do what you got to do.
Yeah.
What?
I got to get out of here, guys.
All right.
I'm over my limit here. I didn't think we
You're
were.
out of minutes.
Yeah, I'm out of.
He's out of
I'm out of
minutes.
T-Mobile minutes. Yeah,
Thought you had unlimited minutes,
I
bro.
do have unlimited. Are there any phone plans that don't have unlimited minutes now?
No.
Does that exist?
No,
I don't
I
think
don't
it
think
exists
so.
anymore
I don't think
either.
so.
Or like unlimited texting. Remember when that was in the thing?
I do remember.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
the
remember
limited-
like having a cell phone was like an insane luxury.
Yeah.
it's crazy.
So I had a
remember that.
beeper.
Nice.
Oh,
You're
my dad
that?
had a beeper.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad had a beeper, and my mom, and my
dad
grandpa.
had what was
Well, we went to high school
easily
together.
the most obnoxious
Oh, yeah.
version of a beeper, which was essentially a like a what do you call it? Like
a pager.
It was a pager, but you can call it and leave a voicemail.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
And that
Fuck that.
fucking sucked. That was the most
Then like
obnoxious thing on the
find
planet.
the payphone to call to enter the jillion
Right.
numbers.
Like he would just be like
Fuck
listening
that.
to this thing blaring because he's deaf, and I was just like, dude, I can't take this anymore.
Yeah.
Good God, that was short lived. Thank God.
Sure.
Eventually, cell phones became.
well, I guess we have
That's
to
good.
wrap up.
Now you can leave, and we just talk shit.
Yeah,
about
you guys
him.
don't have to
Oh,
stop.
okay.
Let me tell you why I don't like him.
Yeah, you
All
guys
right.
open up about me, man.
I'm
No,
not
that's fine.
gonna.
We can start winding down.
Yeah, we got a
What do you
long
got to plug?
What do I have to plug? I feel like there is something actually this time I want to plug, but I can't. Should have wrote it down.
Movie, music.
Oh yeah, I'm
podcast?
gonna plug the new fucking Pokemon Snap game because
Yes.
it is a phenomenal game. If you guys remember the first game for N64,
You
it's a lot
got
of
it just
fun.
this last Friday, right?
Oh
You've
yeah,
been playing nonstop.
oh yeah, oh I have been, and
Okay.
it is.
How about Jace?
Oh yeah, I went over.
Play
We played
together?
all day.
That's awesome.
We both took the day off of work so we could play this game all day because we've been waiting so long.
That's awesome.
For this to happen, and we have been crushed. I beat the story last night, but there's still so much more. It is so fun. It's like a nature photography game, honestly, dude. It's really fun. So I'm gonna plug that. It's a lot of fun. If you're into that shit, I would say it's cool.
And Nintendo's hurting, guys. Help them out.
They are definitely crushing it right now, actually. So they're better than they've been in years. Like for real. Like as far as business goes, like they've been selling Switches like crazy, dude.
I think the pandemic helped a lot.
Big time. But still, like that's been their highest selling console since the Wii. Well, that granted, there's only been one in between, but still, it was like
Yeah,
it's
but that
a
was
huge
the Wii U
selling
was
console.
so short lived, though.
They really took off.
I can't
I'm
remember.
happy
Sam
for
said
them.
she owned a Wii U, right?
Yeah,
Crazy.
I
Well,
know.
she's one of two people.
I know.
now.
Seriously, she's one of two people I know that had one. I
Yeah,
wish she
it's
still
like, what the
had
fuck?
it. She doesn't have
Oh,
it
she
anymore.
doesn't have
No,
it.
she doesn't have it anymore, but she used to. I've thought about buying one, but on like Craigslist, they're like $400. It's
Oh,
like,
no,
fuck
no.
That's
no.
ridiculous.
The novelty that wears off
Yeah.
real fast.
Anyway, that's all I have to plug. Other than that, there was a new. You know what I'm going to track to or plug as well is the new Portal track called "I" off of their upcoming album "Avow." It is probably the coolest death metal song I've heard in a very long time. I highly recommend checking it out if you're into dark and fucked up death metal. And that's all I got. And Roman Reigns, Something Is Waiting in Warforged. Check our bands out because we all are working on stuff. And it's all coming for your ears soon.
Hey, would you like to any Nintendo games you'd like to?
Yeah, what's your
play?
favorite? What?
Finally.
Are there any
Finally.
businesses that are hurting that need
Master
Yeah,
Blaster.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
What's
Classic.
Master Blast? Oh, the
It's-
game?
Yeah.
Nice.
You ever played it?
I have Master Blaster.
Amazing. Amazing.
Good times.
Not to be
How's that
confused
not
with
got a
Blaster
remake?
Master.
Master Blaster?
Or Math Blaster?
Math
Blaster,
Blasters?
Ma-
Dude,
Remember
Math
Math
Blasters?
Blaster?
Dude, I had Math Blasters.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Played that constantly.
That game
Wow.
was
That's
sick.
That
that's
I
why my math
definitely
and
don't
science
know
skills
about.
were good and my reading comprehension was terrible.
Yeah.
I liked games like that.
Wait, you're talking Blaster Master? The game for NES?
Wait,
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
one
yeah,
where
yeah.
you drive the vehicle, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Blaster Master.
Blaster
yeah.
Master Blaster is
It's a Stevie
Mad Max.
Wonder song, too.
Wrote,
Is it?
no. It goes Mad Max, Road Warrior, and then
Thunderdome.
Thunderdome. From Thunderdome.
I have Blaster
These are-
Master on my
they are
Switch.
from-
Who runs Bartertown? Master Blaster. Who runs Bartertown? Master Blaster.
I need to put a filter on so it sounds like
Amazing.
coming through the intercom. Like that.
Amazing. Fucking Tina Turner, man. What? Things to plug?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you got? Anything cool? people should
Go
check
to
out?
the Native. It's a great bar in Chicago. A lot of good fellas work there. A lot of friends of mine. my dear sweet boy Mercurio, vocalist for the Bad Sons. I frankly don't know if they're
Bad Sons.
Bad Sons, yeah.
Bad Sons.
Awesome
Is it
punky
SONS
band.
or SUNS?
No, like Good Boys, like the Good Boys Club.
Okay.
Bad Sons. The Native. That's a great little bar. Really love it.
What about Continental?
Continental.
Where does your allegiance lie?
I'm still loyal to the Continental, but the world I growed up in done gone and changed without me.
Yeah.
But I'm at my love of the Continental is well known. That's why I was taking a opportunity to
Thank the little guy.
give a little bit of a little shout out,
Shout out to the
if
little
you will.
guys. Yeah.
I guess I would plug Lavisher as always,
Yeah.
and Something is Waiting.
Hell yeah.
Shai Hulud, love him.
Do you really?
Candiria, yeah, man.
You like Shai Hulud?
I fucking love Shai Hulud.
Do you like that album Misanthropy Pure by them? It's
I
really good.
Don't remember the names of the records I like because they're
Okay.
so fucking long.
Misanthropy Pure is 2 words, man.
No, but I
Come
mean,
on.
they have all these other records
Yeah, with the
and
long names.
yeah, like, a profound hatred of man.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ. The kind of thing that when you're 25, you're like, yes, this is amazing. And, now it's like, what's the name of that record?
That album's sick though.
Is that the one that's all red?
No, it's the one that's like got the guy with like the skull on the front. It's like a yellowish album cover. It was the one that came out
That
with
sounds
like
really familiar.
in 2008. Remember when they played that show with Born of Osiris and shit? That was the album they were touring on then.
Are we
Misanthropy
talking the
Pure.
same Shai Hulud?
Yes, the melodic hardcore band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Weirdly,
Yeah.
we're on that tour, and I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why they were
It was
on
a
that
weird
tour.
addition.
Well, then they stopped for a while, and then they did that comeback album, but I don't know.
Drowning Man, anyone?
Don't know.
Amazing
What did
San
they
Francisco
become
band.
afterward.
I don't know that they became anything. I
I-
just know that there's some legendary stories about the singer Simon fucking a pizza at a bar. Or a
Drowning
bathroom.
Man?
I
And
could
was
have
what the band was
sworn
called?
that
Yeah.
Drowning Man had another band afterwards that Gobo. Hey, there he is again. Booked at one of these like that tiny venue we talked about on the north side.
Ultra Lounge?
No. It's not even a thing anymore. It was called 2 different things at one point. It was like the studio, I think, and then something else.
Really?
And it was close to the campus. That's up there. Was it DePaul?
Oh, the band was.
But not DePaul. But I could have sworn I can't remember if I went to a show there or if I played a show. But I think it was like former members of Drowning Man.
Huh.
I believe. I could be totally wrong. Like I wish Tom. I don't know if Tom listens to this show, but he would know. My old guitar player would know. Way
Tom,
better.
are you out there?
Tom, are you listening, buddy? Or are you
Call in now.
sadly sitting
773.
alone in your apartment right
Tom,
now,
we need you.
pulling a Mel Gibson in the beginning? At least whooping one.
Oh my God. Can we talk about, well,
Want
I
to
mean,
talk
it's,
more?
it's over, but
Yeah, you guys want to keep
80s
going?
action films. I almost want to bring you back just to talk like 80s action films, man.
see, that's like,
I
that's
can talk about that all day.
I
yeah.
can talk about it all day. I was a late comer to Lethal Weapon.
Oh, really?
Very late comer.
No shit. How come
And-
you didn't see it initially?
I think I was a little too young and so obsessed with Arnold Schwarzenegger movies
That's fair.
and Sylvester Stallone.
That
So
makes sense. Yeah.
And Lethal Weapon has a slightly more adult, like those
it is
Sylvester.
the more mature of
Yeah.
those films.
I mean,
which
I know
makes
this
sense.
is ridiculous talking about 80s action films as like exhibiting any kind of maturity. But when you compare
In
Lethal
that
Weapon
scope. Yeah,
to like
yeah.
Commando, Predator, and, Rocky, Rambo, it has a little bit more of an adult vibe. But, the guy who holds Mel Gibson up and the Christmas tree guy,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, shoot him,
Yeah,
shoot him,
yeah, yeah,
shoot him.
Yeah.
That's Anthony Kiedis' father.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I came across
Yes.
something
Is
about
that the dude
today.
from Incubus?
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Red Hot
Chili Peppers,
Yeah,
never mind.
yeah. That's
I should
Brandon
know that.
Boyd.
Really?
Finding
I didn't know that.
Babies. Yeah.
That's
cool.
funny.
But yeah, so I
Mr.
came.
Kiedis.
Oh yeah. I mean, Bill. What are you doing late? You just want to hang out? Can we scrap the last hour and a half?
Yeah, just redo
like,
it.
just
it.
redo
Yeah.
it like David Fincher this thing.
Just give me a couple of like very generic answers, and I'll just put them in like you're here.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
yeah.
Ha 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 ha.
Perfect.
Sick.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Oh my God. Yeah,
Very
but
good.
so ready to talk like Lethal Weapon 1 and 2.
I'll talk about all of them.
Yeah, I've seen
I
all
don't
those
give a
movies
shit.
too.
I'll talk about
I
all
love
of them.
Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, much
Yeah.
maligned.
What's the one with Joe Pesci? The third
Second one
Second
is
and-
when he was
And
introduced.
on, yeah.
That's how they get you. The
fucking
fucking
cell
cell phones. They
he's
make
so
them
sick.
smaller and smaller so you lose them. And then they brought in Chris Rock and
Rock,
Jet
right.
Li.
Sick.
Yes.
Your baby, my baby, oh baby. Oh my God.
All right, well, sick. Do you got anything to plug?
I guess just Lethal Weapon 1 through 4.
Yeah, I want to plug Joe Pesci.
The entire Predators franchise.
Die
Everybody
Hard.
should watch that. Die Hard, absolutely.
Guy who would.
Cobra.
Oh man.
Fucking-
We
What
could do a couple
first
episodes
name?
on Cobra.
First, what's Cobretti's first name?
Oh fuck.
Donald,
Starts with an
Devin.
M.
Michael, Malcolm,
No.
It's
Muggy.
something weird.
Mick Fucker, Mick Johnson, Mick Jagger,
What is it?
M.A.
Mason,
Mario, right? No.
Nope.
Marion.
Yes.
Yeah. Which
Ding,
is such a weird
ding.
name for an action like hero like
That's the thing. That's why
That's
everyone
so
always called
crazy.
him Cobra.
right.
Marion Cobretti.
Marion Cobretti, yeah.
Fucking amazing film.
It's a great film, yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
God. Yeah, so
That's where he
Phil.
met his wife.
Brigitte Nielsen.
Yeah. Who was actually dating somebody else and cheated on
Yeah.
with yeah. And the bad guy in that.
Basically,
Who
if
plays
I-
Shao Kahn in Mortal Kombat 2, which is funny.
sick.
Oh right, yeah. And he plays
I can't think of his name.
the aliens in X-Files.
Yes.
Fucking X-Files.
Great actor.
Is that not
that's that guy like,
yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. I can't think of his fucking name.
but X-Files, those first 6 seasons. Oh my God.
I keep wanting to like rewatch those and I keep like
It's like the first season, it's all good, and then like season 3 and 4 hit. Jesus Christ, it's so good. So good. Amazing.
Sick.
That's the shit I don't give a fuck about, these like band guy who's gonna cancel someone, some fucking crybaby politics bullshit. Like,
That's the real shit you want to
let's talk about fucking action
Should have said that
films,
coming in. We would have
sci-fi. Well, I feel like I got ambushed.
You got ambushed.
Because I listened to the last episode because I was like, I haven't heard this in a while. Let's see what the boys are
What
up
was
to.
our last episode?
The one where like he was like remote for some reason and the signal
Okay.
kept dropping.
Oh
It
yeah.
was so frustrating as a listener. Like, Jesus
Welcome to my
fucking
life.
Christ.
Everybody else has to feel my frustration.
Yeah.
Good
Part of
times.
the reason why we moved here.
But it was it was enjoyable. Like I haven't seen you. I know
I
we're
haven't
wrapping
seen
up.
you since you recorded.
Yeah.
Like,
And like when it wasn't like sure if
nice
I was gonna
to-
still be in the band.
I'm just glad that you were able to do this. I was like, I need to just catch up with you
Yeah.
Sweet.
and record
Yeah.
it. Weirdly enough,
Yeah, too bad we didn't get a lot of catching up in. I know
not too much.
it keeps
though.
getting into these tangents, but it's
What's the point of the show,
Fun.
man?
This is the nothing aspect of the show.
Yeah.
I know. It's like we're wrapping up. I gotta go. I gotta take the it's
Yeah,
like,
that's why I said it 15 minutes ago, so I could make sure I'm out of here at like a decent time.
Nice.
So like, that's why I give the heads up.
Fair enough. But yeah, no, we can
Yeah.
do it before it goes on more wild tangents. All right, thank you everybody.
Yeah,
we'll
thanks
see
for
everybody,
listening.
Next week, and I don't know who our guest is.
Yeah, we don't have one yet, but we'll have somebody.
We'll have
yeah,
the
fuckers.
metal picks.
No, we got to do the free for all episode, man.
free for all.
Oh fuck!
Yeah,
it's a
come
free-for-all
on,
one?
dude,
I don't know.
yeah.
Been all
Metalcore
over the
free
place
for
with
all,
these.
new metal, death metal.
Has anyone done Poison the Well yet?
No,
Opposite of December.
Ooh,
no, but that's
I
a good
would love to do
metalcore.
that.
That would be good for the metalcore
Oh,
episode.
one more.
it's
By
inspiring.
on that, I swear to fucking Christ, if you guys do that album, that you're gonna have to bleep out the band name because I don't want it to be public. But like, I'm serious. Like
Why don't you tell us? Let's wrap up and
Let's-
then we
here,
can
we'll
talk
wrap
about
it
it.
up
that
then.
band,
Guys,
though.
thanks for listening,
Thank you.
and we'll talk to
See
you
everybody
later.
next week.
Yeah,
Bye.
Ciao.
Yo, what up, everybody? Thank you for listening to this episode with Mr. Gabriel. We welcomed his presence here on the show, and we had a great time talking to him. We hope you guys enjoyed our conversation here. And if you like what you're listening to, please like, subscribe, comment. Share this with your mom. Share this with your grandma. Share it with anybody in your family. And yeah, have a good one. We'll see you guys soon. Bye.